We are dealing with something that has never occurred on this planet before.
Yo! What up, gamers? What up, what up? How's it going, guys? How's life treating ya? Dad Wushel is dong posting again. I've been back 2 seconds, damn it! Wushel, control yourself. Good to see you guys. Good to see you. You're here, Andrew. I see you. Starting off strong again. Classic Wushel. Classic. Good to see you, Chad. I hope you're having a fantastic Friday night / Saturday morning. Yep. The weekend has arrived. I hope you guys are getting to enjoy it. What's up there? Zalazarsum. I enjoy your stuff, but you always stream right as I go to sleep. I just have a quick Noita question. I can make wands that can deal with stuff from the lab or whatever easily, but I've hit kinda a creative roadblock in making stronger wands. Do you have any videos or other resources that you could recommend? Most of the wand building stuff I see is either focused on bare basics or just how the complete product / wand, show off the completed product / wand and not really how to get there. Yeah, so pretty much what you're looking for is more of those advanced stuff, which is definitely not, I don't really do a lot of like tutorial stuff. I mean, there's always so much to talk about when it comes to advanced stuff, you know, like, I guess the only one that would be somewhat advanced that I guess I have a video on is the crit stacking, or at least specifically like with like crit on oil, crit on water, that kind of stuff. I guess you can consider that slightly advanced maybe, but you're probably more looking for more like divide by spells, wand refresh and Greek letter usage and all this kind of like, there can be some crazy combos out there. And let me think, I think there is a guy who made a video. Let me look real quick. Every once in a while we talk about, damn, which is that Noita advanced one guy. Let's see. Yeah, so I'm gonna link you a video from this dude. It's got some love. Let me see, where is this? It's got a little bit of love on it, 27K, but if I remember correctly, this is a great one for helping you step into, yeah, so you get into some more advanced wand crafting. Let me glance through that real fast to see if that's what the one I'm thinking of. Actually, wait, maybe this isn't the one. Let's see. Nah, this one's not really. This one's more about like covering. This one is still great though. This tutorial is, what impressed me here with this guy, he talks about things in such a way that like he lays it out how it's actually coded, which is like a card system, which your wand has like a hand of cards and it like draws from it and it discards and stuff. And he makes these graphics that this guide is really well made. This one probably isn't as advanced though as you would want. It discusses things like wand wrapping and all that kind of stuff, but at the very least it can maybe help you understand how the game is programmed, which could then help you go a little bit further. So I'm still gonna link that one. Yeah, see, Alex says the draw wiki will make you go insane, but it will also teach you how to actually build wands. If you have any specific wiki links that you think would be helpful, feel free to drop that, Alex, for the dude who is looking for some more advanced stuff. But hold on, give me 1 second. I'd recommend, Chikoli linked it. Chikoli linked, yeah, which has got that video too. But yeah, here's the whole breakdown in case you're less of a video kind of guy. This one will teach you about the draw and discard stuff. The reason it's important that because you may see some of the builds here and you're like, well, I already know those builds. This draw discard way of looking at wands helps us lay a foundation so that whenever you do try to understand things like the divide buys, which I'm pretty shit at the, like, you know, knowing the perfect position for those, it helps you learn how to use the divide buys properly, because there's a whole draw discard mechanic that you need to understand if you want to do it. I mean, it's for like super late game ultra god wand building. I mean, Here's my bread and butter if I'm trying to get a wand that actually does real big damage, but I'm like, I don't exactly know what to do. If you put a divide by, so let's say that you build out like a good spark trigger wand. Spark trigger, lots of damage on it, but you're like, how do I make it do even more damage than this? Just put in the payload, try to leave as much as you can to the payload, but also add a like divide by 4 up to a divide by 10 on an omega. Put that in the payload. It will help a ton. Now, obviously, there are better ways, and that's a very vague comment. But if you have to make a vague comment without seeing somebody's build and teach them how to amp up damage a lot, divide bys, omega. Just put that in the payload, and you'll usually be pretty happy with the results. You can get some huge damage out of it. So that's my best late game ish wand building tip. Divide by omega in the payload. Maybe try out Deep End. It extends the size of the main path to 40,000 pixels. Please give it a try so I can play it through you because I'm taking a break from Noita. Oh, you're taking a break from Noita. Why is that, Vex? What is that about? The Deep End provides a new optional game mode with multiplying the depth of the standard dungeon to 40,000. There's 7 holy mountains in the final lab, and after that, challenging the lunatically enhanced boss Kolmi. All the biomes in this mod are reorganized and sprawled from the sky to the end. Don't worry about the game experience issues. The starting point will provide powerful perks and wands for you. You can set custom keys to display a simple map. Don't get lost. Attention, if you've planted sun, please be careful when exploring the last level. If you've planted sun? How much is it normally? I think it would be like, I mean, isn't this significantly? Because I think it's in the thousands, right? Oh no, it's like well, yeah, this is probably like 10 times or some shit. The depth? I don't even remember the exact amount. Oh, that's true. Wote's map thing should tell, right? Very true, Wote. So okay, actually it does go into, so it's about not even quite 4 times, but instead of going from here to here, it goes from here to here. Oh, you can do the math. So just a little more than 3 times the depth. Wait, I also recommend this mod before because I saw Konga playing it. Please do play it. If I remember correctly, Konga said they had to cheat to play through the beginning. What the hell? I've done all of A, B, C sides and farewell. I was going for golden strawberries, but I hate 3 gold. But I love Celeste. 8 out of 10 experience. Very enjoyable. A, B, C sides and farewell. Farewell's the one that's like crazy, right? The one where I was just like, you know what? I'm good. What mod? They're talking about the Deep End mod. Just adds a ton of depth apparently. Makes it we have to go much further down. Some shit like that. You should do it, by the way. It's on the level of doing Paragon and Hollow Knight. Wait, Paragon? It's not called Paragon. Is it Paragon? No, Pantheon. Pantheon 5 is what you're talking about. I was just not. I mean, Pantheon was addicting to me. Like when we were going through the Pantheons, but for farewell, I was just getting kind of bored of it. Can you do a fun Noita run today? What would be your idea of a fun run? I'm really cool. What you got in mind? Loading up some Noita in just a moment. You should try some of the custom levels. Strawberry Jam collab would be a good way to get you back. I did watch Shiba played a little bit of that. I actually played a lot of bit of that. I watched him play it. Doing homing Mists of Spirits with giant explosion on drunk enemies? Wait, somebody earlier said they wanted an exciting run today. It was I'm really cool. He said he wanted a new game plus 28 start. What? Okay, now he's trolling. Wanted to see what he had suggested. A teleport bolt damage wand. We can make that happen. Let me think. Telebolt damage wand. Give Deep End a quick try to test the waters. I mean, it sounds like it's not something that's a quick try kind of thing. Give it a quick 7-hour try. Just go down 2 stages, see how it is. I think the start is similar to Nightmare, giving perks and stuff too. Yeah, it said that you were given some starting loots to try to balance things out. Hear me out. What if there was a power words, but instead of all the random stuff, it did a fungal shift every time into a material like in fungal pain? Every time I triggered one of the words? Could happen. Wouldn't be too hard to set up, I don't think. When was the last time you did an all boss Holy Mountain run? All boss Holy Mountain or all boss no Holy Mountain? We haven't done too many no Holy Mountain runs lately. It's been a while. Oh, true. We could do something rainbow themed, Arntorius. That's not a bad idea. For June, we haven't. I don't think we've really done a rainbow themed run. So we do a rainbow run where we try to shift as many materials in our world into rainbow. Or do we try to do one specific shift into a rainbow? Nope. We could do a rainbow shield.
Rainbow
notebook.
Sun Quest? Is it possible to make the sun rainbow colors?
You can get some effects that look rainbow-ish, but it won't be like the whole sun is rainbow, I don't think. Or it won't be as rainbow, I think, as you would like. Let's put it that way. If you shift lava to rainbow trail, then the sun will convert materials into rainbow, by the way. Oh, that's true. Everything that gets near it will just turn into rainbow liquid. That would be pretty cool. Can water be rainbow, or would it just be a single color? No, it would be rainbow. So the color is assigned by the X and Y coordinate. And what happens is if it like moves, it'll actually change color as it moves too. Well, I guess it depends. Water, in the water's case, it wouldn't really change color. It would like it spawn in on a certain color and then it would just stay like, I don't know how to explain exactly. Let me show you. Well, we can just do a rainbow run. How about that? What does rainbow actually do? Rainbow liquid is just this kind of an unusual liquid that think of it like water or anything else, that whenever you spawn it in, it's this liquid that's there, but then it like deletes itself really quickly afterwards. It doesn't stain the character, and if you eat it, your character actually farts out rainbows, or farts out like this rainbow gas. It's called I think it's called unicorn farts. It's actually a thing in Noita, unicorn farts. It's like a rainbow gas. But these things exist, but they really don't hold like a huge purpose. It's just that you can. It exists in random flasks. I don't know if you can get the rainbow liquid in a random flask at just like spawning in, but it's very easy to get. The rainbow liquid is like always in the same spot. Let me show you. Where's the map? It is, so you go to the island. Above the island, you go up. And there it is. It's just always sitting there, the rainbow liquid. It looks really cool, though. It does look really cool. If I remember correctly, I think it does conduct electricity, so you got to be kind of careful with it, because it spawns a lot, but then it deletes itself right afterwards. What do you think of the idea from last time? Take laxatives and speedrun the Sun Quest before you shit your pants? That's truly the content creator challenge right there. That's a YouTube video worthy, where you got the thumbnail of the creator making a face of like they're about to shit themselves.
Do it.
You guys are just cooking up viral videos 24/7.
Do it.
But he's diped up. True, I'm always diped up. Any good streamer is diped up when streaming. You gotta be dedicated. The search function pans the map to exactly the point you want to show. We have searches for boss. Yeah, but I like to, sometimes I like to show like, you know, hey, look for the island, then from there go up, rather than just being like, and it's right here, because they may not know how to line it up. All right, well, let's load it up. Let's jump into Noita and just do a rainbow run, I guess. I'm trying to think what would qualify. I'm trying to think how to do as much rainbow craziness as possible. All right, we're gonna sit here forever. I can't decide, so let's just jump into Noita and Rainbow theme. Okay, so we're going with the rainbow theme. Here's the goal of today's run. We're going to call it the Rainbow Run. And the way it works is we're going to do the maximum amount of shifts. Every shift that we are able to turn something into rainbow liquid, we have to do it. We will be successful if by the end of our run, we still have rainbow liquid, and every shift that we could have turned a material into rainbow liquid, we did. That's gonna be how the run works. So basically, lots of rainbow liquid. That's the goal. We're gonna call it the Rainbow Run. And while all this rainbow stuff is going on, our goal is to what's something interesting in the game that we could do? Oh, there's the rainbow sun. I guess to truly make a rainbow sun stand out as a rainbow sun, yes, you can see the colors there, but if you also had the lava into rainbow liquid, that would give the true, you know what I mean, like a real rainbow feel to it. Oh, that one actually, that's a good look at it, looking pretty rainbow though. So it has to be, he said, spark yellow lets the sun become rainbow. So the problem is with the spark shift is you can't necessarily guarantee on every seed that you'll be able to get what you want, because normally the reason I can guarantee it on other runs is because I'm willing to go into new game pluses. Oh, I guess you could still get you still could find the sun. You could use the sun in new game plus. This is a quest involving the sun. Just random rainbow shifts would be boring. Okay, we'll shift the run to this, I guess. Wait, I don't even know if in the regular, let me look it up. I don't know if the spark yellow is even one of the ones that we can get in the regular spark hunting, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know how to explain it. Spark material. Does it cover spark shifts? Hold on, let me see if I can find. Reattain briefly when lava is mixed with whiskey. Often create when projectiles hit other objects. Okay, so it's this one here. Shift 2 is this is on today's daily. Shift 2 is lava. You do lava to rainbow. Shift 11, you would do yellow spark to lava. Apparently today's shifts are pretty generous. All right, we'll do this then. We're gonna make a rainbow sun. We're just gonna turn our regular sun into a rainbow version. That's the challenge for today, I guess. How do you shift back to lava? You can't. Once the lava's gone, it's gone. But the reason he says it like this is because if lava turns into rainbow, so that means that this lava has been replaced with rainbow. Then this yellow spark, when it shifts into lava, lava won't exist. It'll be rainbow. That would be the idea. So it's like you're shifting into a material that's already shifted. You're shifting into a shift. But let me open the bets. Noita Rainbow Sun Run is what I'll call it. Just make sure that there's no debate. The goal will be to make it so that the sun gives off rainbow visuals. What exactly that entails, it just, as long as it gives off some kind of rainbow effect, we'll be happy. That's the goal. It doesn't have to be like anything specific. I mean, we'll try to make it as much like this one as we can, but who knows? Sometimes the spark shifts. Maybe there'll be a pain. Maybe so. I don't know. We need a rainbow sun. That's our goal. And then remember, whenever I'm hopping into a run, if you ever have any questions throughout the run today, all you got to do is type !wand if you're wanting to know my current build or like what I'm currently using, and you can see all my inventory and my spells. So like I currently have an unstable telly, and then if we hit show map, we're gonna hit this seed right here, and this is today's daily run. So these shifts, lava turns into, so that's gonna be rainbow liquid, and then number 11. Rainbow liquid, oh shit, will turn into that is the not the correct one. Oh, it should be the one right below it actually, I think. Is it number 12? Yeah, number 12, you would hold, that's kind of worked out nicely. You would hold the yellow spark and it would turn into lava. Lava would be rainbow liquid. So it would be 2 and 12. Is that correct, Indoor Cat? Does that make sense? Am I looking at it correctly? Let's see what Indoor Cat, if he's in agreement. Yeah, he's on board. Okay, making sure I wasn't mixing something up. How do you get spark in a flask? That's where it gets tricky. We'll have to go into detail whenever we get there, but capturing spark in a flask, there's this weird thing where you mix some whiskey in lava and it will create a spark. But it's been a long time since I did it, so I gotta remember the tech and the best way to go about capturing it. But yes, whiskey and lava in a flask will make these, and the spark will change. It's random on which spark you get. So you keep doing it over and over and over, and eventually you'll get the spark that you want. So it's gonna be some alchemy shit that we're having to do later, and it's just like a trial and error kind of thing. You get spark before you shift lava away. You get spark before you shift lava away. Spark before, wait. Oh, thank you for saying that, Kurglow. Good point. We need that lava. Very, very good point. I was like, oh, why is that necessary? Oh, because we need it for the lava and the whiskey, duh. Very, very good point. So we had a pretty early on need to make that yellow stuff, the yellow spark. The reason I'm looking for an extra flask is because anytime you start with something like unstable telly, I would prefer to keep the unstable telly if I can. And just find a random flask and scoop up some water. That would be the most ideal thing. This set of shifts also makes the sun turn the ground into rainbow. I think it usually turns... Yes. Any like solid material stuff, I believe it should turn to rainbow. Actually, even non-solid, I think liquids also get converted. I think. So we should get to do some fun experimenting with it. Just tablet surf to the milk if you want a flask. I guess that's true. Oh yeah, I didn't even grab the orb. Why didn't I grab the orb? What was I thinking? It's your guys' fault. I guess I might as well grab the tablet while I'm down here. Save me a bit of time. Another gift to add spark. Holy crap, that one looks really good. I like that one a lot. So this is if we have just the spark one. I'll try to make it happen, but I may need you guys helping me find some of the shifts for this one, because Shortman says Letaali with the big brain spark, if you can get it, makes it more rainbowy. So in this case, what if we did so lava into rainbow. So in this scenario, there's only one X to lava shift, unfortunately. Yeah, we may have to look at new game pluses. We'll see. I'll see if I'm able to make it this rainbowy. As long as we can get a little bit of rainbow, I'll be happy. But yeah, this would be the ultimate goal, because that looks very rainbow. That one's crazy. Which materials affect the sun's appearance? Spark and spark yellow, Letaali was saying. And then there's another two for the dark sun, which was like spark purple and spark blue, I think he said. You can also do weird fungus to rainbow and spark to weird fungus to use another spark type. Ooh. So we could on just the shifts in today's, like the base shifts on today's daily, without going new game plus, get both the spark and spark yellow, you think? Because it would be wait, did you say it was 6 and 13? Are you doing sparks for both suns or just the regular one? Just the regular one would be my focus for now. I don't want to, because the spark, capturing these sparks is going to be a pain. And not only that, but it's also kind of frustrating that we have to save, like we can't do shifts early, because the lava is one of the early shifts. So we have to put off doing any fungal shifts for a lot of the early game, which then means we have all these shifts queued up, which takes a lot of time to do. It's a whole thing. Not the craziest early game, but it definitely has resources today. Like we found 1 heart. Plenty of flasks. Couple wands. Oh boy. This guy is going to be annoying. See if I can tablet him and not get myself killed. Yay. Oh, there's a frog. Don't you dare. I do not trust that frog. Never trust the frogs. Non-stop fun. Oh, there's another heart. Yay. That's why you check every corner. You never know where that heart's just going to be chilling around the corner and then save us some, like, not some, but save potentially the whole run if there's some crazy dangerous moment later. 25 HP can be life or death. I learned a shitload of formations when watching Dunk, but I swear hearts still spawn in the weirdest damn places. Yeah. Yeah, it's because of the way that the formations spawn in. Sometimes they can like overlap each other slightly, and this leads to like a combination of 2 formations ends up resulting in like a new looking style formation. You're like, I'd never even seen this one. Alright, well, I don't know if I checked every single corner in this area, but I checked a good amount. We found a couple hearts, 2 hearts, and then we have the orb heart. And then our wands are in an okay place, so I'm alright with moving forward. Even if I accidentally miss something. Not the end of the world. Yep, closing all bets. Closing all bets. Remember, the theme of the run is to just make the sun look rainbow in some way. Our ultimate goal, which would be like, you know, the best result is if we end up getting what this sun looks like here. But, you know, I don't know, Short Man, if we'll be able to pull off the... Because here's another one that he had sent earlier where it's like, it's rainbow effect, but just like not as much. This would be like the ultimate rainbow sun. The ultimate rainbow. But we'll see. And yet, remember, this is without mods, so the one thing that we need to do for today's run is we do need to look up the shifts on the Noita website. You just type in the seed number. We're on today's daily, and we do need to know these shifts. Otherwise, we can't manipulate the visuals like we're wanting to. So I'm gonna throw it. I feel it. I am a little nervous of it. When it comes to fungal shifting, I'm sometimes mix up the shifts and all kinds of crap. It's possible. It is possible to lose this run out of a technicality. Good point, chat. Oh, come on, Ionic. What is this fucking hater? He's just angry. We haven't been getting enough wins in Dota, and he's taking out his anger on me now in Noita. Don't carry that Dota anger over to Noita, man. Alright, bets are officially closed. There's no going back. No going... Hey, listen. If you didn't type in your bet, that's on you. It was open for a solid, I don't know, 30 or 40 minutes. You're too slow. Too damn slow. Where's shop? Shop's coming up soon. I just wanted to see what was going on here. Check stuff out. Shop will be opening in just a moment. You guys are so impatient. Too impatient. And I can... No, I'm not going to grab projectile duplication. It's not the worst thing ever. There has been moments that I was like I kind of liked it, but I don't think this run is going to be one of those moments. Well, we're going to run something like this for now. We'll just find a better one. Probably like 2 seconds. Alright. And by the way, I'm closing the bets, but I'm going to real quickly help out Shiro. Says, can you tell me how I can kill Big Steve? My next wand is coming up. Let's see. Well, you shouldn't feel too panicked, Shiro, because you definitely have some damage. You've got quite a bit of damage going on. And, I mean, honestly, it looks like you kind of have this built out nicely. You have a saving grace. You have heals. So, yeah, you've put yourself in a really good spot. I wouldn't be too stressed. I don't know how good your other wands are, but it seems like you already understand chainsaw wrapping, so there's no need to yap on that one. You're definitely going to want to use stuff like the damage pluses to amp it up. Remember that the digging blast does not actually add any damage though. It does add better digging. So maybe going into the fight, let me enlarge that in case people can't see what I'm looking at here. When going into the fight, you'll probably want to swap that chainsaw for that digging blast just to get that little extra oomph of damage on Big Steve. But from there, well, what I would do is, so pretend you're going into the fight. Oops, what the hell? Pretend you're going into the fight with Big Steve. You would grab the heal first to make sure that you're topped off, and then you kind of run in up on his face pretty quickly and blast. If your wand runs out of mana and you still haven't killed him because you don't have an ambrosia or anything going, you would start to just back up, letting your wand restore. Don't hold down the fire. Like you kind of like jump into him, spam, you're out of mana, you start backing away, like trying to just get away from his shots because you have repulsion, so it'll keep you pretty safe. Then once your mana's restored, you get up close again and you lay into him again with everything you got. But yeah, I think you're going to be fine. Don't, don't be too afraid of them. You've put yourself. This is why slow playing the game. It looks like you probably played decently slow at least. Can pay off because at full health. I mean, if that's 115, full health is going to be like what, like over 400 HP. Should put you in a decent place. All right, so we're supposed to be doing a longer-ish run. Hunger Ghost is really good, but sometimes with longer runs, I don't like to deal with, that ghost and stuff. Just because sometimes you can add it to damage to heals, and it's a good perk, but I want to roll early on. And hey, we got rewarded for it. Melee immunity this early is pretty darn good. Definitely nothing to complain about. I would have preferred explosion immunity, but I'll take it. Oh, the bets. God damn it. You guys know too much, man. You know too much. It's officially closed. No reopens. Thank you for reopening the bet. No problem. Too many people know too much, though. You guys got to see melee immunity. You got to see all this stuff. Yeah, you got too much information. No, I can't reopen. What? No. No more reopen. There already was a reopen. Can't be a reopen for the reopen. We'll just be reopening the shop for the rest of the run. Pissing off the gods because we have our statue in place. Just smack them. Woo! If you play the daily, people know everything. That is true. That is true. But they know my choices too. Maybe they were like, oh shit, he didn't know to double reroll. If he'd rerolled again, he got this explosion immunity. And then there's an enemy with nukes later on that's gonna kill him, you know what I mean? Like, there's things they don't know my decision making yet. But now they saw a lot of my decision making. They know. There's a wand on the right that I missed. Go head back over for it then. Where was this wand? Oh yeah, there was one right there. In fact, that could be... Let me see. No, it's not. Thought maybe it was the formation that also gives a heart. Thought there was a chance. Oh, it is! It doesn't give a heart. I mean, it has a chance for a heart. Heart or a chest. You better not get scammed and get nothing. And I'm lazy. No chest. There is a heart, though. Yay! First, let's grab this. What the hell? Let me think for a moment. It's kind of spicy. Yeah, the recharge time is rough. There's no doubt. No doubt on that one. But I've got a plan. So the only reason I'm going to the next mountain so early is you gotta remember that I have a good way to dig. Yep. This is why you... Okay, this is perfect. We'll talk strategy in a moment, but first let's get everything set up. Hey, Steve. Ooh, and a heart. Looking good. How'd you see that heart? It's the formation. That formation has a stack of coal, and oh fuck, I just messed up the kick. been a little while since I did that. Whoops.
I really wish you guys could see this guy right now. He is drenched in sweat.
There's this thing of coal beneath that that formation, and that coal has a 30% chance to have a heart underneath the coal. And you kind of like get used to that over time. You'll see that formation, in fact, a lot. It's a very common formation in that area. Okay, so non-shuffles are going to be the key. Non-shuffles, and right now we don't have a lot going on for that. Damn it! How are we going to do this? This is definitely funky. Funky. That's way too ugly. Goes double, then it hits that. That. I'm trying to think how we could come up with a cool build for this. I think we just need to go grab a wand that has a not shit recharge. These are all pretty ugly. Oh, this is a shuffle. Pfft, I'm putting on the wrong wand. Oh shit. God damn it. And then that one is missing the... God damn it. Let's try this. No, let's just get a better wand. How about that? Do this for a moment so that I have a clear way back up. We'll get a non-shuffle that's not garbage. These are also not bad. These perks. The fact that there's a heart there is pretty exciting. It's not going to work because of that. Wrap into that. We'll just stick with this. Actually, no. We'll go with this. That I have no recoil. I like that. Cool build. Have you done this before? Seems revolutionary. Don't be jealous because I got a good build going right now. You're like, God damn it. My doubter no streak is now threatened. Don't forget that this zone is where you find most of your non-shuffle wands in the early game. So whenever it comes to a setup like this, I'm needing non-shuffle wands. So this area here is almost guaranteed going to provide me a better non-shuffle setup. Okay, get over here. Okay, get them in the right spot. Bop them. So this wand is actually the better, like a pretty significant upgrade for us. So for now, I'm going to slip this wand there. Short tellies, an upgrade for sure. Don't forget to take the pouch. Thank you for the reminder. This wand would have been badass, except for the recharge time is an abomination. Just found a living health pickup thing. Those are rare. One of the rarest enemies in the entire game. Make sure you get the correct kill credit for it. There's actually a really good clip on Reddit the other day that it didn't have like any upvotes on the Noita section. The Noita section's odd. I feel like people will post a gif of them standing next to a barrel and it explodes and they die, and they're like 300 upvotes, and I'm like, all right, I guess there's just a lot of new players around here. But there was a dude that actually found a heart mimic, sees it, immediately goes, oh. And he throws red crystals at it, and the heart mimic dies. And he goes to the pause menu, but he doesn't have the progress. So he learned that the red crystals, which are one of the starting the bomb wands spells, the unstable crystal, doesn't give the player kill credit, and that's how he found out. But it had like 3 upvotes, and I was like, this is like an important. This is a good clip. I don't know. Maybe it ended up getting more over time. Let's see. Hopefully it did. It needs to be entertaining. I mean, I thought it was it's entertaining. Like in the terms of, it's like, oh, I didn't know it worked that way.
Oh shit, it's the enemy! Did I not count? Oh! No! 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 Oh! Fuck!
Just pull up your history on stream. Scroll through all search history for the last couple weeks. I don't know how long it's been. It's been probably about a week. It was sometime this week that I saw it. Big damage. Did you watch Monty Python? I've actually never watched the entirety of it. I've watched seen clips of it. I've seen lots of the moments. I get some of the references, but no, I've never sat and watched it in its entirety, which every time it gets brought up, Chad is like heartbroken and then threatens to murder me. The question is, which Monty Python? That's the name of the group. They made multiple movies. Oh shit, well then, now I'm learning. You gotta watch Monty Python and the Holy Grail. I feel like the last clip that we watched together on stream was where they were like petrified of that rabbit, and then they're like, what? It's a fucking rabbit, and then it just like straight murders some of the peeps. And then there was a clip on, or not clip, but a post on the Noita Reddit. I feel like that was also probably in the last week or two, where it said like, I guess it has that scene where the rabbit's just sitting there. But for Noita, it just shows the frog sitting there, and they're like, you know, sitting far back, like afraid of it. It's like, I understand this reference. Yeah. So all through clips, I get the references, but yeah, I've never actually sat and watched the entirety of it. Ooh, look at that heart hidden up here. Sometimes you just gotta search for it. Come on, we can't go down this rabbit hole. Larander, why are you always one of the offenders of linking? You have a link, is this, what is this one? Spanish Inquisition, let's see. No, wait, 10 minutes? Hold up now, hold up. Okay, well, that'll be for off stream. I bet you're still in this biome in 10 minutes. Sure, maybe. Yeah, we've almost cleared the area though, actually. Wait, what is this one? Oh, more acceleratium. Wait, I left my pheromone, didn't I? Well, yeah, I do want that because there's going to be healers in our future. Okay, the pouch is... Oh, yeah, that's why we probably need to let go of something. Pouch, you guys had suggested it. That's going to be later, though. It's going to take a while till we're doing this fungal shifts. But I'm going to put it in a spot that I can remember it's at. This in that spot. We are going to need that later for doing fungal shifts. For trying to make a rainbow sun is going to be crucial. But for now, I don't think we need it really too much. So then we can go back for our pheromone. Consume. Jump into here. Alright, the heart's available. I'm putting off grabbing that, but I will grab this now. We could do maybe our first shift, but honestly I'm a little nervous to even do any shifts until we are locked in on how we're going to do our shifts today. I think it may be 2, 6, 9, 12. I think are the shifts we have to look for today. But I gotta look over them one more time in a moment. Okay, so we're not actually leaving that zone completely yet, but we might as well check the mountain. Also meh. You have the most degenerate community. I refuse to hear any suggestions. What? The most degenerate? Okay, what the hell is this shit? You ready to see this? On the fly. This statue stuck in the ground. When the boss dude comes over here, watch this shit. We chop it in half. We kick it down. Okay, I failed. Hold on, I'm not done yet. I'm still making moves. Steve, you're making me look like a fool right now. There we go. And it only cost us 100 HP. What a deal. What a deal. All right, real quickly, maybe we may get a healer setup going here. What is all this garbage, man? Sure. But Big Steve is going to be in our future. I am going to go back to the previous zone, but real quickly, I just want to make sure that we have a healer set up so that I can, because we have pheromone in our inventory. So knowing where a healer's at so I can get infinite heals, so I can play sloppy. I like that. Where are the healers at? Did they patch them out, man? Yesterday I was seeing healers all over the place. Whenever we were goofing around in our runs. Today when we need healers, nowhere to be found. Yeah, I was meant to go back to Snowy Depths, and now I've been in the hiisi base for a while. Just screw it. Might as well check what the eye room has. It was not my plan, but here we are. Gotta be careful. I don't want to accidentally break the glass. Very careful. Somebody on Reddit made a cool wand with expanding sphere. I refuse to believe that. Let me see it. Wait, are we talking about graphically or actual good damage? Graphically, maybe that's possible, but good damage? Lies. Lies. Ooh, it's some pretty crazy stuff. We get black holes, and we also will get inner spell. Inner spell is kind of a weird one for us, but we'll see. There's the fish. A little baby fish. Grab them. We got the fish. Whoa, that thing does look badass. What the fuck?
Spin.
Wait, that's... Whoa. That's pretty cool.
Spin.
Pretty cool. I think the healers had something to do with the event yesterday. That's what I'm saying. I don't know that for sure, Bobo, but it definitely seemed that way. It seemed like there were healers everywhere, and they were all drunk and all over the place. But yeah, Susan, yeah, this is the rain. This is what we're gonna try to turn our sun into today using fungal shifts. But we'll see if we're able to get there. It's kind of a pain in the ass to set it up. We'll see. Right now we're powering up anyways. Classic. Every Noita run, if you want to achieve crazy stuff, you need to power up. Is that the fire you need from concentrated mana? For the sun? No, the sun is, oh shit, I just killed a healer. I finally got one and I shot him in the face immediately. I blame chat. They were distracting me. They were seducing me. You filthy animals. Broken wand. You caught me. Been caught. Yeah, those healers, man, they just jump in front of every damn shot. And that's what I plan to tell the judge. I did not shoot him in the face. His face got in front of my shot. Did my Discord sound just go off? The fuck, Discord? Hold on, sorry about that, chat. Don't freak out. That's weird. Usually whenever I stream, it goes into like a streamer mode. It was just some dunk VOD sending me some nudes. That's all. He just sent me a couple nudes. Alright, you're making it worse, chat. Now he's gonna message more. Don't do that. Calm yourself. My notifications. Streamer mode. I guess I'll just have to manually turn it on. It's supposed to detect whenever OBS is open. Very odd, very odd. What's up, Mega? This game feels too hard for a new player. What is some low-hanging fruit for starters? The video for new guys that I have is a long one. It isn't exactly something I'd say like, hey, welcome to Noita, watch this immediately. It's more like when you start to get frustrated with the game, you may want to check out that video. ! new if you're interested. But Noita is one of those games that I feel like the advice you give depends on the person. Everybody has their different struggles, but you will have a struggle. It's like unavoidable. Even players that I've seen that did really well, one that comes to mind is there's a streamer named Lethal Frag. He played Noita and he won like his second or third run ever. It was like he just started and he immediately got a win. I was like, dude, I had over 100 deaths. This motherfucker's like going ham. But you know, he's like really experienced with roguelikes. He knows what the fuck he's doing. And even though his builds, you know, weren't anything like at all, it was pretty basic, is because he was new, but he understood the concept of how to approach a roguelike in a way to not, you know, you don't give the game an opportunity to murder you. And once you understand that concept, well, that helps a ton. But from there, I'd have to watch to know what things maybe are your weaknesses. Because usually the advice I end up giving is just advice I would have given to myself, which is just for my own playstyle, not necessarily everybody else's playstyle. But my advice to myself is always I should have treated HP more as a resource, and when my health is low, that usually means get the fuck out of the zone. When before, and what I feel like I still do see a lot of new guys struggle with, is they think gold is such a crucial thing that if they get damaged really early, they think that they need to stay in the area and collect a little bit more gold before they move on to the next zone. And that gold really doesn't mean that much. It's not a big deal. Just move to the next area, you know. For example, this area where we're in right now, hiisi base, this is a dangerous zone. It is way safer to be going around in the jungle looking for resources there than to keep looking here. Only reason I'm here looking for stuff right now is I'm looking for a damn healer so I can go back to Snowy Depths, because I don't want to waste the heal in the mountain. But the only healer I found I did shoot in the face. I'm determined that we are going to find a healer. Don't let your dreams be dreams. Dude, what is going on? This is probably like some of the least healers I've seen in this zone. What is happening? You know what I'm going to do? I'm actually going to grab the heal and focus on setting up a healer station so that when I come back in here, I just can go to that healer station again. I don't really know what's happening in this healer situation. Healers are actually a decently common enemy in here. I mean, obviously not as many as like the hiisi guys, but you shouldn't have to work hard to find one. Or find two, since I already did find one. This is a bit crazy. Do I see potentially something there? Oh, that is explosive. The healers are all hungover today. That would explain it. That would explain where they all went. What the hell, man? What is going on? Luckily I started looking for a healer early, because this could have been bad if I was already low health and then was like, hey, let's find that healer while I'm super low HP. I'd have been so pissed. But I thought, I'll play it smart. We'll find the healer ahead of time. There's a healer. My God. They do exist. They are real. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. So, classic Noita right here.
Kill him.
The most classic Noita shit. You finally find a healer, and then the second one just comes fucking strutting in from nowhere. They were in a meeting. It'd been funny if like 5 healers just walk out of the corner. They really were at a meeting. Alright. Heading back up. There was a second healer, so I wasn't worried if they killed the one that got the pheromone on him. But yeah, if he was alone, then yeah, you gotta make sure you wash that damn pheromone off, otherwise his friends will kill him. No healer station? I kept them towards the bottom left. I know where they're at. I mean, I cleared so much, it's not even necessary. Usually a healer station is because, you know, there's so much danger in the hiisi base that you don't want to walk back in there. That hiisi base, I almost cleared the whole goddamn thing. The left side just had a bit left, but yeah, I went through so much of it just to find those healers. Oh yeah, I forgot I was gonna swap up my telly wand, wouldn't I? I'll do that real quick. Well, oops, hold on to that. Toss that. That there. Okay, so somebody earlier was asking about scooping up telly. They were saying, how do you do it? Not that I'm like perfect at it, but usually when you're wanting to scoop up telly, it's best to go from below. You can do it from above if you like drop your flask in it, but it's hard to not to get tellied away, because you usually will get some on yourself, and it's a whole thing. But instead, something like that, so you cut it pretty close, you bring out your flask, and then you just fly up into it, if you cut it too thin, what'll happen is your actual player's hitbox can get into the telly, and so it will cause you to jump away. And then, so obviously you don't want that. So having it a little bit thick, it's like it needs to be thin enough that you can reach the telly through the wall, but thick enough that your player's hitbox doesn't go into it. Also, whenever you grab the telly, the portal will disappear. You can replenish it if you would like to. If you're like, that was my favorite telly, I don't want it to go away. It's like, all right, well, then it doesn't have to go away. You can bring it back if you choose. Okay, I don't know why the hell there's so many stray pixels. It's annoying. Ta-da! Alright, but yeah, we're gonna scoop it up. And the reason I was grabbing a little bit of it is because this is an eye formation. It doesn't show up very often. But if you've never used this before, play today's daily, because it'll be in the exact same spot. Make sure you're on the correct daily run by seeing that this is grayed out, so I know I'm on the right daily. And when you pour the telly in here, it'll actually give you an achievement, a pillar for using this portal, and it takes you to the eye room, not the eye room. It takes you to the wand room. That is actually not a bad wand. Hold on. 2 interesting wands. Cool, cool. I think this wand right here is going to be our future. In fact, we could do the bridge boss pretty easy. Yeah, so the buried eye right here. Oops. This portal takes you to a room that is right below here. So if you go straight down, you reach that room. So if you don't get that, if you ever like are wanting to get or see the 2 free wands, what they offer, and you can't find this eye, you just dig down to that room. Usually that's most runs, people see me dig down there and they're like, wait, how'd you know those wands were there? It's like, well, the room is always there, but the eye is not always easy to find or even there. What do we need to do? We need to drop off some stuff, some materials. We don't need that many. We could do some kind of plasma setup. Linear. Pretty good. I guess we can move the damage plus in there. A little bit of recoil, not too bad. Oh yeah, I forgot. I was thinking I could kill the bridge boss. Let's go kill the pyramid boss at least. So we need to start prepping our fungal shifting setup for the sun and everything, for our rainbow sun. Oh, also we can go get the rainbow liquid right now. Be the perfect time. That way, at least we're doing a rainbow run, we might as well have some of that rainbow liquid. I can't remember, does the eye room respect the unlocks in the daily? Like, yes, the eye room does look at your unlocks, so your eye room can be different on the daily run. Chess and the eye room. Those are the things that'll be affected by the unlocks even on the daily. That's, by the way, the spell I just picked up. That's the Rainbow Trail. That's going to be one of the star spells of today. Well, the material, I should say. Star material. I guess while we're out here, go kill the pyramid boss real fast. Is it still possible to player delete for easy suicide in Noita? Yeah, there's a method. Letaali was here earlier. He always has the method memorized. But you can actually go, like, I don't know how many parallel worlds. Was it 4 or 7? And if you jump... So let's say I travel, like, I don't know, 7 parallel worlds away. Then I jump into the portal, or like one of the Holy Mountain portals. It's going to teleport me back to the main world, right? But whenever you jump in that portal, right after you jump in the portal, you cast Cessation. And I think if you put just a little bit of lifetime on it or some shit, it like deletes your character. It's like a easy suicide method. It doesn't matter how much health you have or any of that, how many extra lives. It just kills your character. But it's some funkiness. I've only done it like once ever, I think. You don't need to be parallel worlds. It's just any portal? Is that true? Just any portal? I thought it was like a certain amount of parallel worlds away for something. It's enough to jump in the meditation chamber portal. Oh, really? That one's far enough distance? Meditation chamber. Yeah, noted. Yep, advanced suicide techniques. What for again? Where you jump in the portal and you cast cessation, and so like it kills your character. And I was saying I didn't know if like it was like a certain amount of parallel worlds, and they're saying that you don't even need to be in any parallel worlds. You can just use that meditation cube, and that will be enough distance, I guess, to get the suicide thing to happen, to take place. Yeah, that one's like a weird one. Letaali knows like the exact. He's actually in the chat right now. But yeah, he always is, because you know, like you get those god runs going and people are like, wait, I have a god run going and I can't get my player killed, how do I do it? Usually I do some funkiness like remove immunities or you know, just some kind of crap to weaken my character, or poly suicide or some shit. But yeah, there is that cessation technique that like is the way that you just, doesn't matter how much health, how many stainless armors, they'll just die. What's the lore of Letaali? I hear about him all the time. Letaali's just been here in the Noita community for, you know, for a very long time. He's an OG. Probably one of the very first community members to really dive into some of the really deep, complex mechanics in Noita and try to thoroughly understand what the hell is happening. I'm usually like one of those that whenever I see something, I'm like, all right, this works this way. And then they're like, but why? I'm like, I don't know, it just does. Letaali is like, you know, digging into the code to see, well, why do these things interact in this way? Like, what is actually happening? And whenever you dive into stuff like that and you understand what exactly is happening, you then can find other ways to utilize those mechanics, which is where you get super crazy tech, where you like world tele wands and all that kind of stuff. And he is an honorary dev, some of Letaali's code, because Letaali has created like mods and stuff to fix some of the issues in Noita. In fact, one of the best mods out there that I recommend everybody download is called the QOL mod, Quality of Life mod. It's literally just a patch fixing, it's like a patch for Noita. If the devs were still around and releasing patches for the game, that's what it would be, the QOL mod. It fixes some of the crashes and errors that Noita has. Anyways, one of the times that the devs returned to Noita, they actually looked at his, they asked him how he fixed some of the problems in the game, and they asked if they could use some of his code, and he gave them permission. So yeah, some of Letaali's code is actually in the game. Hold on. There was no heart mage. There is an explosive projectile. I do like that. Are all interactions intentionally coded, or is it more just the layers of complexity interact in unexpected ways? I would say the layers of complexity is the better way to look at it. I mean, there's a couple things that are clearly intentional, but when it comes to like the spell crafting and all that, they just kind of like were creating ingredients and throwing it out there, and people were creating their own ways to combine it. I don't think they necessarily were like, this spell used with this specific spell, I want this result. Instead, it's just like, create this spell, we'll see how it interacts with everything else. And that's why there's some spells in the game that are really crazy good, and some of them are like, seem kind of meh, because it's just, the devs didn't have a plan for them. They're kind of just like, see how the community uses them. What would the spell wand homing be useful for? Some kind of wand that you're some way to seek out new wands, like a black hole with wand homing on it, and you fire it and it just goes and tracks down the closest nearby wand. Something like that. I mean, there's probably cooler builds out there. I'm trying to decide on what I want to do. Well, we got big explosion damage now. I have one empty wand slot, so I guess since we're all the way out here, we could grab the gold room too, but I'm like, that's probably a little unnecessary right now. Yeah, we're just gonna take one wand from Walmart. I tried making a wand homing build with recall and drilling shot, where it tells me to the closest wands, but it didn't work very well. I mean, I'm sure there's probably some decent builds, but it feels like it's a lot of trouble to go through just for a, you know, like the payoff isn't exactly worth. But I'm sure there is like a good build out there for that thing.
Swan homing is shocked. If there was a way to differentiate between laying on the ground and pedestal, maybe there would be AS.
Yeah. If anything, I'd say one of the uses would be like if you had a black hole, but no modifiers for it, it travels really slow, right? So if you were to just be like, oh shit, okay, I put wand homing on a black hole, and then I throw a wand on the ground, and then I cast a black hole, and it probably travels down, you know, a little bit quicker because of that. So you could use that as like a jank speed up. Something along those lines. Oh shit, let's not die right now. It's not a bad one, but let's see if there's... Oh, shit. Something a little bit better, maybe. Maybe. Also, remember I skipped grabbing that one heart perk, and now it's really going to pay off because I skipped it for so long. Payoff's going to be huge. Wow, that's a beast wand as well. What the fuck? If you're like, well, what's something that you'd really hope for to find in this zone? I would say probably some kind of heal right now would be the most ideal. Makes the run a lot less stressful whenever you have tons of heals. There we go, there's a deadly heal. Kind of sucks that we'll have to give up one of our good wands, but I'd like to keep the explosive projectile. Screw it, we'll just grab this for now. Do like the deadly heal. We don't have any great setups for the deadly heal. I don't have a way to make it damage me, but I guess we could just, for now, pass it to an enemy if we desperately needed any kind of heal. Just give it to an enemy and have him shoot it at me, get the heal from that. That's something. That's what Noita teaches you to be grateful sometimes. You're like, I'll take this, it's better than nothing. And then you get a god run going and then you get really greedy. You want the best of everything. Hold up, let me... It's a 3 cast. Huh. Don't like that too much. All our multicasts are doubles. I just realized that. Double, double, double. Do we have any triples? Bifurcated? Huh. Probably should have paid attention to that earlier, but whatever. Actually, this is supposed to go at the end. So right now it's casting 3. So, and then we put this there. It's 4. 1, 2, 3, and then there is... So, this is casting 4 spells. We only put 3 spells there. No 4th spell. Put down the explosive projectile.
Like a 711 hot dog rolling on the roller tray.
A 7-Eleven hot dog. 711 hot dog. I saw some Noita clips from 4 years ago of telemages teleporting the Holy Mountain Heart and Orb. Does that still happen or did it get patched out? I haven't ever seen it. I think it still can telly it. I think Synthotron. Yeah, it's been a long time since I've seen it too. Been a very long time. But I'm pretty sure it still can get tellied. This doesn't happen often. Let's check our damage output. Solid 1,700 damage. If you don't know how to use the copy random projectile and explosive projectile setup, there is a video on it that I go into detail on how to make it so that, because if you don't put this copy random in the right spot, you'll see that our damage wand does 96 damage. Put it in the correct spot and we go and we do 1,300 damage. Like it's a huge upgrade, but just in case you're interested in getting, I guess I'm in less of a yapping mood. So if you really want to dive into it, let me see. There you go. Copy random spells may be OP. I'm going to link that in the chat. It is a 24-minute long video, but it goes into a lot of detail You just need usually, like, you can jump around it, you don't have to watch the whole thing, but if you want to in detail understand how to utilize that stuff, that'll teach you everything you need to know. Consume. Oh yeah, some rainbow trail. Some people earlier were probably wanting to see some of the rainbow trail. This is going to be one of the stars of the run today. Did I just break my pouch? There's been several of them, so I should have been paying more attention. But yeah, I've had several pouches I've passed at this point. But yeah, it's a cool liquid, and yes, you can eat it. If you eat it, you'll see that I get the lyrics to the Always, that song Always, and then I also get Rainbow. Oh no, that was called Unicorn Farts. It's Rainbow Farts. Wait, is the gas? What's the? So the description up here is called Rainbow Farts, but the gas itself, it's called Unicorn Farts. If you hover over the gas. Yeah, I know. Just classic Noita things, right? Now, if you're curious why I was taking the time to set up all this explosion damage, that is because the Alchemist does not like explosions. So, go say hi to him. Alright. So, we're near the Alchemist. Say hi to the Alchemist. Oh shit, don't get too close to him. Shoot him right in the crotch with our explosive damage. He loves it, don't worry. He's all about it. Grab these Greek letters. Pretty good Greek letters. I like that. Ah, screw it. I was gonna go grab like one of the really good ones. We'll come back for some good stuff, I'm sure. No, we probably need to start doing it now because it's gonna take a while. So let's go ahead and get Sea of Mimicium. What's up, Swirls? Yo. Is there a limit on the fastest teleport one? I was looking at the wiki and it says something about a max projectile speed and wand length. Yeah, there's it depends on what you consider tele speed. Are we talking about like moving like in front of your character, just going jumping as fast as possible? Yeah, there is a limit to the speed that you'll reach. It's because like basically you can move your character forward like every frame or whatever, and that's going to be the peak speed. But if you're talking about moving from point A to point B and you're jumping, then there really is no limit if you consider that speed, because you can shoot a teleport bolt 100 parallel worlds away, and in a single jump you just jump 100 parallel worlds. But that's not technically speed, that's more about like distance, which I guess speed is a variable there. Okay, we are getting ready to do the Sea of Mimicium quest, and the reason we need to do that is because we're going to be doing some fungal shifting, and Sea of Mimicium is very helpful for this stuff. Remember to grab the mimic. You do need a bit of pheromone. If you don't have any, the second floating island already has pheromone on it, but I had a pheromone flask, so I didn't need to even look for any. Come on, pheromone. And once you've pheromoned it, you can pick it up. Now it's in my inventory. Then we go to the second island. And then down here is where there is that, this is the guaranteed pheromone. And then over here, we got the wall that tells us to do the tin flasks. So we pour a little bit of our mimicium here. There's one. A little bit here. There's number 2. There's 3 and 4. There's 5. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. There we go. Get the Sea of Mimicium spell.
You don't belong in this world.
I don't know why I'm holding on this fish. We're almost guaranteed not going to use it, but it could be funny. Alright, Sea of Mimicium. That's going to be helpful. Alright, let me think for a moment what all we need. Alright, we can probably get rid of the telly juice. We don't need the Mimicium. Sorry, you had to see that. And then let's go grab... What are we grabbing now? What are we grabbing? I'm sorry you had to see that, chat. Had to be done. Oh, I know. We are going over here. We're grabbing this perk that we left forever ago. You get the additional 250 HP. It's a little extreme, probably unnecessary, but oh well. Oh well. Now we need to scoop up a little bit of whiskey, and then we're gonna need to start working with lava as well. So then we'll just leave the pheromone up here in case I need it. I can get some of it later. What's the challenge for today? We want to make the sun give off like some rainbow effects, which we already have the rainbow liquid right here. And so we're prepping to do some kind of a rare form of fungal shifting. You don't see people do it very often, but it's purely for like graphical reasons. There's no serious tech or reason you would do this other than just like having fun that I can think of. It's like the stuff where you can make portals look like they're a different color, but why would you do that just for the hell of it, you know? Because you can, I guess, is the answer. It's called spark fungal shifting is what we're about to be doing. And you're gonna, if you've never seen it before, you're gonna be a little confused. It's like we're trying to capture a super rare materials in flasks, and to capture them you have to do some potion mixing. And every time I go to do it, I forget exactly how it works. So it's gonna be like I go like 6 months without doing it, and I have to relearn it again. But I need a whiskey. I'm looking for a little bit of whiskey. I was trying to think of a good way to scoop just a couple pixels of it. I think I may have it in the first zone. A couple pixels of whiskey, and then we get some lava. A couple pickles of it. What else do we need? Whiskey and lava, I guess that's it. You saw some whiskey barrels in the first biome? Okay. Yeah, those damn pickles. Oh, a spare wand. That's what I need. A spare wand to put Sea of Mimicium on. We'll just put it on this one, I think. Alright, let's go Sea of Mimicium. And then Alpha casts a copy of the first spell in your wand. So now we have infinite Sea of Mimicium. And then I always travel all the way over to this corner. It tends to be my favorite spot to cast the Sea of Mimicium. Then I bring out my empty flasks, and I'm going to start scooping up the Mimicium. So, if I remember this correctly... Yeah, that's why not start shifting right now? Well, because I need to decide the shifts. Let's look at the whole layout of our shifts. So likely we're not going to use shift 1, I don't think. Shift number 2, lava to Sema or held material. So lava to we hold rainbow liquid. So lava will turn into a rainbow liquid. We can't do this shift until we have prepared all of our spark shifts, because we're going to lose lava. Lava is a crucial part of creating the spark shifts. I don't know if there's another method. So this we have to get all the sparks ready. So the 2 sparks that we need are just plain spark and spark yellow. If you're confused by that spark stuff, don't worry, it'll make sense in a little bit. But first, let's look at the fungal shifts. So lava into rainbow liquid, and then shift number 4, held material into ominous liquid. Could I turn spark yellow into ominous liquid, and then ominous liquid and shift 7 will turn into lava, so it will turn into rainbow. And then on shift 12 we hold spark will turn into lava will be rainbow liquid, so that will also work. Shift 11, I think it's shift 11 could be bad. Oh shit, I'm glad you pointed that out.
He is drenched in sweat.
Because shift 11 will lose lava or whatever the shift, unless we protect it. Lava into steam, which would be our you did make stuff with mimicium, did I? Oh, wait, I guess technically, yeah, that is true. When we were pouring it all over, shift 11 is good. Turn it into rainbow, then just hold the rainbow again, similar to what we did right here. Okay, why not use the first shift to create more lava? The first shift, it's going to happen no matter what. These turn into lava, so there will be more lava. But when we change the base lava, our lava transformed. I'm not sure if we're going to be getting the reactions in the flask like we want. I honestly can't remember. He's going to mess this up. How do you skip a shift? Well, I think the only time that fungal shifts gets skipped is if it's a material into itself again, right? Like if it's lava to lava, which I don't think is the case here. And yeah, New Game Pluses allow you to re-roll the fungal shifting board. It doesn't skip it anymore. It just replaces it with a different shift is what... Oh, it just swaps it. Okay. Just swaps it rather than skipping it. Makes sense, Spiritus. Yeah, let's do the shop real quick, but we are about to be setting up the spark farming method, but it sounds like we have our shifts down. I think I have it where it was shift number 2, 4, 7. I got to worry about 11, fix 11, and then 12 is where it goes down, I think. Hold on, the Sweatling, the pull out king. I want to see what it did. That face is making me feel a little uneasy. What was that AI thinking? I don't know. I'm scared though. Okay, so we're going to empty out a little bit of the mimicium, just a tiny bit, and then we just jump into the lava for a moment. And what happens there is we end up with a full flask of lava. Same goes for this mimicium. We need to find a tiny bit of whiskey. Just a tiny bit. There should be some whiskey somewhere. Oh, there's some whiskey on the ground right there. So then we just get a little bit in our flask. We have to kick it into my flask. There we go. So now we have a whiskey flask and we have a lava flask. And this is where I tend to forget exactly how this works. So if I remember correctly, we're supposed to take a flask filled with whiskey, and it doesn't have to be filled, but like 80% or so, I think, and get a tiny little speck of lava in it, and then drink from the flask very rapidly. Oh shit, we're gonna need iron stomach, aren't we? Yes, we are. Yeah, we need iron stomach so that we can be drinking tons of whiskey. Yeah, this will get bad without iron stomach. Essentially, what happens is you have this flask of whiskey, you put a drop of lava in it, and there's like a reaction in this flask, and it will give you one of like 7 or 8 different sparks. And whenever that spark appears, it's only there for like a couple seconds, and then the other material in it kind of like dissipates the spark. I don't know if that's the best way to put it. Gets rid of the spark. So what you have to do is when the spark is being made, you have to also drink from the flask very quickly. You're trying to isolate the single spark so that it is the only or the majority material in the flask. And if there's no other materials with the spark, it will just stay. Like the spark does not vanish unless there's other materials with it. If there's other materials, it vanishes. So that's why you have to do this weird combination thing. Very sciencey, just like how scientists do it, where they mix stuff and then they drink from the flask immediately, trying to make sure that there is only one material in the flask. I know, it's very sciencey. That's how they do it in the labs. They just down in whatever chemicals they find. 16 rolls in main world to get it. Oh god. That is an ugly one. So what we gotta do is we gotta move ahead quickly, start looking at perks. Hopefully we end up with Tinker at some point. But we're pretty powerful right now. We just need to get everything set up for the fungal shifting. That's our main issue. Boom, 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 boom. Not the worst, but not my first choice. Damn it, 2-second recharge? Give me a break. I don't want any of that. Hey, we end up with Tinker pretty early at least. And... I'll just grab this. I'm too lazy to dig it out of the mountain. My eyes! When you said you can tinker with your wands anywhere, I didn't think you meant at the library. Don't judge me, damn it. Don't you judge me? Extra life, pretty fantastic. There is another add mana, but worry about that later. Nothing too hype there. Actually, you know what we do need? The multicast. I haven't been collecting multicast or anything. Let's get the Wand of Multitudes. True. Wand would be nice to grab right now. Oh. Oh!
I really wish you guys could see this guy right now. He is drenched in sweat.
Got a little sketchy there. Yo, Letaali dropping off 100k sweat. Even though you're a weeb, our community appreciates you and all you do for the Noita community too there, Letaali. All the lurkage. All the Noita knowledge. Also needed kind of steal that. Hold up. Build a thing there. Do I want repulsion today? Kinda yes. Is there anything that this will complicate? Is there a way to make the world Telewand work with repulsion? Yes, yes there is. Because I've done it several times, and Letaali them have had to fix my repulsion setup before. Or basically, what you're needing to do is you're needing to cast it. I think slightly away from yourself now. I don't know which build you have. It helps if you show the build that you currently have. But yeah, usually, I mean, I guess there may be specific builds you can't save. But I just know in the past, whenever I did it, there were methods to fix it. Liquid says stick a linear path, black hole, black hole timer in front of it. Well, let's see what he's got, and then see that maybe that'll help us understand. We don't need anything else here, I don't think. We'll grab the heal. I had a tentacle wand, homebringer wand on the wiki. Tentacle timer, homebringer wand. And I'm guessing it uses inner spell for the homebringer. So yeah, you should be able to recover that one. You're like they suggested, you probably want to put it after a black hole timer or some shit like that. Linear arc black hole timer. The top right will take us to this area. Alright, gold room. So we need to collect a little bit of gold. We've gotten to the part of the run where we're trying to prep for the rainbow shifts, which is exciting, but the problem is I forgot that I need iron stomach to do this without... You don't have to have it, but otherwise it's going to be really annoying. So, Arntoria says, or you can use 2 times long distance cast in front of your build, your world tele build, and that should help you too. There you go, Arntorius has got some tips for you. Is it DMCA time? It used to be DMCA time, but then Shankmo went and hired some musicians for us and made what's supposed to be a DMCA free version of DunkTales so that we can play without getting DMCA. Though for some reason every once in a while Twitch detects it as a DMCA song, which is upsetting because this is DMCA free and it's an original. And it cost me over $300. So, you know, hey, we better be getting our money's worth.
Lurking in this sweaty cave here in Dunkville. Moist mobs, monsters, swapper mages. It's a dunk thrill. Might get a victory. Extend your win streak. DunkTales, ooh. Every night he's out there screaming. DunkTales, ooh. Tales of glory crouches when skill prevails. Ooh. Danger ways will find you. Avert your eyes, emotes will find you. Punch a goon and slide into some DunkTales. Let's take a spin, might get a win on DunkTales. Ooh. Tales of a legend, all jokes and good dunk spells. Ooh. Not camera fails, all fam on snails, no DunkTales. Ooh.
There you go. There you go. There's your DunkTales. Why does the song say get a win? What? I mean, why does it say get a win? Because I always get wins. We don't need a ton of gold. Hopefully we don't have to do a lot more rerolls or anything. Chow was saying something about like 16 rerolls, which is like, oh shit. I hope it's not that many. The talk says also to the earlier conversation, if you use tentacles after a death trigger, it's still gonna fly from you. So there you go, Letaali dropping some knowledge to help people out. Oh my god, let's not get ourselves killed. I really don't have any ambrosia, so I just kind of sprinted through it. I used to always vote yes, but have a negative streak, so how you always win? Clearly you're voting at the wrong moments. Clearly. Chainsaw, nice. You know what? I am actually going to take this one. What's the most God Gamer moment you've ever had? I mean, I did feel like a badass when I beat Pantheon 5. I was like, yes! I fucking did it. In Hollow Knight, Pantheon 5 made me feel like a badass. In Noita... Noita never really lets you feel truly like a... I mean, you have God runs, but reality always sets in pretty quick in Noita. You're like, I'm a fucking badass, and then polymorphine dead, and you're like, oh. When is no tinkering ever useful? When is it ever useful? Oh, no tinkering? You gotta remember that tinker with wands is like it's like a plus minus system. So if you are doing something like perk duping, that means you can have multiples of tinker with wands everywhere. So then you actually would like to grab a couple of the no tinkering. It makes it when you kill enemies, they drop blood money. Realistically though, so yes, enemies are now dropping blood money that heals you, but if you're doing perk duping, you're probably also ultra powerful, so you really don't need enemies dropping blood money to heal you. So it's kind of weird. You pretty much would never run it, but you know, yeah, I never find myself in that situation. It's more of like a fun goof around run. We are just going through our first East Parallel world as we try to find Iron Stomach. Remember, we can't take portals because it'll take us back to the main world, and that would be very bad. Main world means, oh shit. Main world means that we'd have to walk all the way back here. So, rotation. Keep looking. What's up, Flint? Dunk, I hope you feel special. My wife would rather watch you than play Enter the Gungeon with me. Wait a second. Hold up. Is Enter the Gungeon multiplayer? Flint, Montana? Kinda, yes. Split screen only? They do local co-op on that? What? That's pretty badass. That's fucking nice. Wait, when you say is it actually split screen? Bullet hell seemed like kind of rough to split screen because, I mean, you know what I mean? Like there's so much going on. Co-op, but it sucks a lot. Oh, it sucks? Not really. You look at the same screen. Oh, okay. So that's okay. That's kind of cool then. So you're on the same screen. It makes sense why it would probably, you know, be forced to be local co-op because you would need some kind of decent connection for a bullet hell kind of thing, right? Though these days, you know, they have Isaac and all that is got some multiplayer going on, and I think it's supposed to be synced pretty well. Enter the Gungeon together, 120 member, dude, 120 community member run. Holy fuck, that would be wild. It would be like a bullet hell just watching. It'd be like Realm of the Mad God when everybody's stacked and just firing all their stuff. Glass cannon. Roll it. I do like this. Are people playing multiplayer Isaac? I know they were at first. I know a couple people in the community have brought it up too, but outside of that, I haven't really heard too much. I was hoping that it would be popping, and apparently they've done some patching around just bouncing the multiplayer itself, but I don't know if it's taken off at all. I do want that speed up. So for a moment, let me just drop that. Grab this. Oh my god, I don't have a spot for it. It's fine. That is fine. Can you explain your current wand for me? Basically, it just puts a copy random explosive projectile at the end because by having no other spells to cast, it's forced to copy the explosive projectile, which I know that's a lot of information. But if you watch that link right there, it's like a 24-minute long video, but I explain in very detail, you know, I really go into it, showing how you can manipulate the RNG to always get the specific things that you want to copy. I'll take that. I'll slurp it. Good evening, Fleet. How does the dragon work in nightmare mode? In between the two biomes, which I think it's usually in between the biomes. I could be wrong. Let's see. Yeah, you're right. Between the two biomes, it tends to have, yeah, the dragon. The dragon's like, oh, you quick reaction. Actually, that was very impressive. Because usually it's such a chaotic moment that you're like, what did I just witness? But this is a true Noita player that just sees it and says, fuck that. You're dying now. I actually had a really good build for it too. You just popped it. Well played. But yeah, it just puts it like in between the seam of the biomes, and I think it's random too. It's not like consistent where you can be like, oh, it's always in this spot between the seam or anything like that. Quick question: if you had to either shave your head or burn your orange hoodie with fire, which would you choose? Damn, that's a hard choice. I think I would pull like the classic where, like, you know, you have an orange hoodie on, right? And you have a fire in front of you, and as you take off the hoodie, it like pans down to the fire, and you throw the hoodie into the fire. Camera pans back up, you're wearing another orange hoodie. That would be the Giga Brain move right there. But that requires effort and, you know, some kind of level of cinematography that I'm too lazy to pull off.
Don't you shave already? I have never seen such a shiny bald man. Better than Northern Lion.
Alright, alright. Chat's got their jokes. Thinking they're hilarious. If you're so sweaty, why the hoodie? That's a good point, Grim. I was foolish.
I really wonder why you would ever pick chainsaw. Such a useless spell. Others deal way more damage. Sips coffee.
Nope.
Scream naked.
Alright, I put it back on. I put it back on. Basically, Grim, I was bullied into my branding.
Smash.
Chad bullied me into this life. I didn't choose it. Chad is such a drama queen. True, true. Take off one hoodie for 1 second, they start screaming. For the reduce recharge on the TP wand? Wait, what? On the teleport wand? Oh, yeah, true. I was like, why would I do that? It's not the regular teleport, it's the one that it actually does a good job on. Good call, good call. Actually, we can one frame that, can't we? Hold up. Yes. Wait, no, this stays. This goes over here. Hey, we're schmoovin'. Actually, not quite perfect, but it's damn close. Where were you? I was scared. You disappeared for so long. Wow. The fuck? Alright, well now we have piercing, which means that our deadly heal, we can easily use it. And then another add mana, because why not? Toss that to the side. Guess I could have used it as a backpack, but I'm too lazy. Alright, rolling it. What's Letaali saying something? Give me one moment, I'll... Damn it. Gosh darn it. Oh, a chainsaw. That's not the worst. That's something. What did I do? What's wrong here? That's getting placed inside of it, isn't it? What if I do it this way? Ah, and then that means we can put an extra add mana here. And then we do this, and now we got infinite digging, and then we're gonna go. Just curious, why do people take invisibility so rarely? Invisibility is actually really good, especially when you're a newer player. It makes the game a lot more forgiving because you can like idle more without always being punished. Because sometimes you're sitting there, you're trying to decide what to do, and an enemy just comes from behind and like blasts you in the back of the head. But luckily, invisibility, sometimes the enemy roams up but doesn't even see you're there. So it's pretty forgiving. But once you've been playing Noita for a little bit, you usually are running and gunning, and you just never give invisibility much of a chance to kick in. Because invisibility, you have to idle. You have to kind of like, you can move, but I mean, like, you can't be firing your wands or have stains for it to actually be working. But my first win ever, I was carried by invisibility. I was pretty much playing it like it was a goddamn Metal Gear Solid, and I was fucking on a stealth mission climbing through the level. I literally didn't even fire my wand on like the last 2 levels. I was just running through the final 2. But then they nerfed invisibility. It's still good, but it used to be OP levels of good, where you could literally just walk through almost the entire game without ever having to fire a wand. Alright, we'll do that. Probably happier with that. How was it nerfed? So they actually made a couple more enemies able to see the player whenever they're invis. There's still not many, but then afterwards they also added in these traps. I'm sure you've noticed them on the final level, the temple. There's these traps on the wall that shoot out like an arrow. Some of them shoot out like a little bit of fire or acid. Those can still see the player when they're invis. But back whenever I did it, whenever I did the whole invisibility thing, those traps they weren't even a thing in the temple. They didn't have traps on the walls at all. I think that's one of the big reasons they added them, was to help deter the invis cheese. I could be wrong. They never said that directly, I don't think. Just my own... Yes. Carney says literally nothing saw you. Now it's just a few enemies. Yeah, it was pretty crazy how far you could go. You just didn't have to do anything. You just walk. Just walk to the end. So wait, why don't you take invis? Because I'm just running and gunning all the time. I very rarely try to play that style of like, you know, stealth mission. I'm more just sprinting through zones, so wouldn't really get to see much use of it. Boomerang? That is true. The boomerang would be kind of nice, wouldn't it? With the piercing, deadly heal. Not bad. Good idea. Do that. Do that. We're still looking for Iron Stomach. That's how we can begin doing our stuff. Grab that. Oh yeah, I forgot to grab the heal. Whoops. Whoops. Ah, of course Iron Stomach shows up with Saving Grace. Oh, it stayed. Hey, nice. Nice. So we grab the heal. We're about to be going back to the main world. I know, finally, after all that, we can start doing some fungal shifting and stuff. After all these years. A little bit of speed. Some wand capacity upgrade, sure. Ooh, hold up. Gotta move here. Got some interesting move possibilities. So, white hole. So if we use that up, and then instead of alpha, we go with the phi. 2 add monas there. When we fire it, there we go. So in this scenario, we're shooting the white hole and the black hole at the same time. This way, it is less likely to break flasks because the gravitational pull of the white hole and the black hole will make it where whenever it travels over stuff, it doesn't even move them. Is there any reason to farm corpses or anything today? I don't think so. So I think we just grab exploding corpses and be fine with it. Yeah, yep. All right, let's go make. Oh wait, no, we have one more. No, what I'm thinking. I was gonna say, let's go make our fungal chips. Whoa, look at this. Because of the way this is like the fact that there's 3 potions, it means it was likely a greater treasure chest, I think, opened here. Yeah. Probably not the smartest idea to be opening those. You know what? I don't want that because it'll eat the heal. So we're gonna jump in here. This send us back to the main world. We're all the way back in the main zone. Okay, so with the main zone, now we have the iron stomach, so we can drink things and eat things that normally would seem pretty scary and should hurt the player or cause the player to throw up or whatever. But with iron stomach, I can eat stuff even like lava, and it doesn't even hurt me. We're good to go. Oh, actually, I forget. Wait, when you eat lava and you have fire immunity, doesn't it say blocked? I have fire immunity anyways. But in this case, I was just trying to show an example. It was kind of a pointless example. You get the idea. Wait, no, it doesn't? Okay, so you can't eat the lava whenever you're... I mean, honestly, I never eat lava. So it's like one of those things I can't even remember. My Noita experience is nothing like this. It starts that way, Nutty. The early game is like the most difficult part to get used to in Noita, but once you do, it's good stuff. How do you know if your TP or damage wand is firing every frame or not? you can just do the calculation. If your wand is reducing all the cast delay and all the recharge to 0 because of the stats of the spells you put on it, and everything fires off. So for example, if I have 1 spark bolt on this wand and I fire it, it only takes 1 frame to fire this off. The problem is, after it fires it, it takes 2.88 seconds of recharge time to reset. Yeah? If I could take the cast delay and the recharge to 0, also including the 0.05 cast delay that this thing adds as well, if I can get all the stats down to 0 and I'm only casting 1 group of spells, that's only 1 frame. So for example, if I put down a double and 2 spark bolts, this is still 1 frame, but the thing slowing it down is the recharge time is holding it up from going faster. So when it comes to my other builds, all I gotta do... I don't even know where I'm grabbing spells from at this point. Just kind of grabbing them from wherever. On my teleport build, all I gotta do is make sure that all of this fires off in 1 group. That's why there's a double right here, so it grabs this spell and this spell. This is 1 group. And then this light wraps it, but the point is the telly is firing off on every frame, so people will refer to it as a 1-frame wand. But technically there is like 2 different frames, but the reality is you're getting teleport every frame. So it's a teleporting 1-frame telly. Cast delay 0, recharge 0, teleport firing off every time I shoot the wand. Dunk was correct about eating the lava with fire immunity. It won't damage you. You do get the status effect though. Okay, thank you, Letaali. I couldn't remember. It's like one of those things. It's like random knowledge. You really shouldn't be in a situation where you're like, now I need to drink all this lava. Thank God I have fire immunity, so I can do that. It's like, well, what the hell? Why is that your best option? But I guess it's possible. There's a scenario. Drinking poly with iron stomach equals poly immunity. Therefore, eating lava with iron stomach equals lava immunity. Try it. So there's some problems with that. All right, so guys, get ready to remind me, especially if you're old school community members, because you've probably watched me do this so many times. I just forget how it works. We need to set up a whiskey lava reaction kind of farm. So to do this, I am going to... I need a lot of whiskey somewhere. I think it's whiskey is the one that we need lots of, right? Okay. Create a little tunnel here. God damn it, we need this worm out of here. He's dangerous. This is worm blood. I don't want to deal with him. Get your ass over here, worm. I want to create a mimicium area, but his worm blood is going to make that go terribly wrong. What? If I go over here, he's like, cool. He's like, I'll attack you. But if I go anywhere else, not interested. Okay, well, maybe I'll try it over here. Worm? Go back over here? Alright, the worm just left, I guess.
No.
That's fine with me. See a mimicium. We cast it here. We have a good amount of it. And the strategy. As long as I put some whiskey down here, I think it's okay. Why do you have the fish spell? I don't know, I was holding on to it in case there's some goofs later. I'm trying to remember. We put a little bit of lava into the whiskey flask. I just dip my flask into the lava, I think. Or no, I think I tried to catch it in it. Maybe. Throw it in the air, catch some in my flask. Oh, you see that for a second? You see how there's some spark right there? Let's, if anybody has it on the replay, it's helpful, because me on this replay, it doesn't really show it. But there was a moment in which the majority material was spark, But because it wasn't the only material in the flask, it starts to dissipate and all this shit starts to happen. So the moment I see that it's the majority material, I need to have already drank all the other materials out of it. If somebody has a clip, I'll pull it up on stream. But you guys, just nobody clipped it, it's not a big deal. You just take my word for it, I guess. We want yellow and we want regular spark, both of these. I think that one may have just been regular spark, but I'm not certain. We'll find out in a second. So we need to get more whiskey. So the way to get whiskey is we just grab a tiny bit of this. That's all we need. And we go over here, grab this. I remember someone doing a gold farm where they had deer peeing mimicium onto molten gold. Yeah, yep, that works. That was creative. That works. All right. Can't remember how much you want in the flask. We tried different amounts in the past. I think that just now we had like 60 or so. It looked like it went pretty well. Also, the purple of the dark sun. We'll see if we have time for the purple and all that, because there was like a bonus shift that you were showing afterwards, right? I have a YouTube clip. Okay, this is Will Smith destroys Haitian gangsters Bad Boys 2. All right, see, the thing is, we're playing a game called Noita right now. Focus up, chat. Focus up. So I'm gonna throw this in the air. Oh, fuck.
It's relevant, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah. Ah, fuck. Ah, fuck, I'd overdrank. I think I had the reaction for a moment there, but then I drank all of the flask. It was the purple one. Was darn close.
Spin!
Oh, come on, man. Maybe I gotta have less in there. I think that's the problem. I'm getting too much. I have to drink too much whiskey out of it. Man. We should be able to math it on the correct amount of clicks, right? So 61%. If we wanted to leave a tiny bit, when you right click, it drinks 10%. So in this scenario, we probably want to click it. The thing is, I think it's actually making significantly less whenever the reaction happens. I think there's like a decrease or some shit that happens there. I'm going to click it like 3, let's just do 2 times. Oh, come on. It takes 10% for each material, so if you have 2 materials, it takes 20%. Oh, I see what you're saying. That's why it's going so quickly, because when it has like, yeah, that makes it so, that's why sometimes it's going so quick, yeah. Because I'll have like 50% in the flask, but it was like 20% of one and, you know, 30% of another, so that should be just 2 clicks. Good thing we have iron stomach. The best part is there's no guarantees that we're gonna even get the correct spark. So after all this, we may be like, we got it! Wrong spark, we have to do it again. Fuck! Maybe I need to have a less in general, I don't know. I don't know if this method is working so well. Did I walk into lava before? I don't remember. Like I said, it's been so long. I go such long periods of time without doing it. Spark? Oh. No, I don't want to talk about it. Come on, take over the majority electric spark. It's fighting. Electric spark, please. I just want to see that I can do it. We don't want electric spark, honestly. It's not like, How do you do it in this case? Once it's the majority, but we haven't managed to get all of their stuff out of it, I think you're just fucked at that point. Electric spark is not one that we wanted anyways, but still, I think the not moving around is making it better. Oh, just start pouring. True, Chad. I wasn't even thinking. Just start pouring. I wonder if that'll mix it at all. So get it as low as possible. If some remain, we pour. The goal is to isolate it so that you just have that one material, but we have to do it fast. We have to pour, I think, without shuffling around. Like stand still and just pour. Come on, man. Wait, what? Ooh! We got a spark! I don't know if it's the right one, but let me just make sure we have a full flask of it. Wait, it doesn't interact with the mimicium? Son of a bitch! I thought it was one that it did. It's been too long. Chat, we fucked up. It's a white spark, so this was not the one that we wanted anyways. I thought, for some reason I was thinking that this mimicium made more of it. Which is the one that we want? Chat, you guys fucked it up. How dare you? How dare you? The one that we want... So this is the one we do not want, correct? So this is the one we ended up with in the flask, so we didn't need it anyways. We want to see the yellow, and we want to see this color here. I don't even know, what is that? Like a tan or almost orangish? Spark white you don't need. Alright, well it's good that I messed that up on the one that wasn't a big deal, because that would have sucked to have deleted one of the important ones. Oh, come on. I think this one maybe does a bit better because maybe I'm scooping more of the lava in one moment rather than like pixels of it landing in the flask. Yeah, we'll try more whiskey this time. Because maybe this method is, if you're doing it with this method, maybe having more whiskey makes it easier. The other method, like catching it, maybe you want less. Alright. Bad boy is still pretty high. That went pretty well. Spark. It's a red spark.
He did it! Son of a bitch did it!
So we got this one, which we do not want, I believe. This one is spark red. And yeah, we just want these two. I'm curious what red... This one, if and correct me if I'm wrong, Letaali, but I think this may be the red that's used for the Leviathan portals. You know, that red portal that you jump in and it will take you to a random part of the world. Not random, but like, you know, the pre-decided locations around the world. We've used it a couple times in this run. If you're okay, it's these things right here. I think it's these. And it's also assigned probably to other things too, but that's the main red I think of. All right, well, so far that method seems to be going good, so let's just keep trying it. Yeah, see, it looks like it. Damn it, we got the wrong spark, don't we? This is the purple one. But so now we've managed to capture the white one, the purple one, and the red one. The two that we need are this spark, I don't know, like a tan color, and the yellow. The only two we haven't gotten are the two that we need. Awesome. Yeah, this is a dark sun one. We'll save that one. I'll put it somewhere. Hopefully it doesn't break. Hold up. Let me... Under the art. Wait, what am I supposed to see? Under the art, fire. Oh my gosh. Wait, are we able to capture every single one of these in the with the whiskey method? Oh, because we've seen fire. We have seen fire. So I guess our odds aren't that bad. It's hard to say. Damn, it's gonna be tricky with the yellow one. I guess yellow's pretty different from green. Yellow and spark. Oh shit, I'm gonna need your guys' eyes for some of these. They look so similar. We're gonna be here forever. No, we got this. We got this. What we're looking for though, this one and this one. It's spark purple bright. Which one do you think this one is? Can you tell? You have spark purple on only wands. Oh, it'll tell you. So it's the wrong purple anyways. I forgot only wands will tell you. Tip number 1. A green spark, I think. So this green one, I think this may be the same color of the luminous drill. Is that the one? And if it is the luminous drill ones, that means you could make a rainbow luminous drill. If this one was it. The third one was blue. So yeah, this is, I think, the green luminous drill color. No rainbow luminous drill for us. Also, I'm gonna heal up real fast. Piercing. Deadly heal. Let's put that there.
I really wish you guys could see this guy right now. He is...
What determines the spark color being generated truly random? I believe it's truly random. I mean, player position could play into it, but I think it's just randomness. Yeah, it could be the green plasma. True. True. There's several of them that are the same. Why do sparks generate from mixing lava and whiskey? It's a reaction in the engine, I guess. It just... For the visuals, I think is why it normally happens, but now that it happens in Flask, you can capture it and do crazy stuff with it. Was not the dev's intention, I don't think at all, because this wasn't, the Flask mixing wasn't added until way later, and all it does is allows interactions that normally happen in the overworld can happen inside of a Flask. So this interaction had existed for years, and then they made it where it happens in a Flask, and now it was like, okay, well we can do stuff with these. How does the reaction being in a flask make any difference? Because in the world when it happens, you can't scoop it up, like you can't capture it in the air. It's similar to like if you have lava, right, in a flask, and there is lava and water. Both of these are liquids, but when they come in contact, they make rock. Well, I can't just like scoop up a rock with my flask. But if I put water and lava in a flask, they'll make rock inside of the flask, and then I can do a fungal shift with that rock material because it's in a flask. So the idea is capturing something in a flask kind of changes the possibilities. I should have drank. I should have drank. I froze for a moment. It was at 11%. If I would have taken a sip, it was the right one, I think. I was thinking, I don't want to drink the spark away. Fuck. I don't know on that one. Go to only wands. This is actually a confused moment. Some people are claiming it's yellow. Refresh. It is yellow. Okay. We got one. Woo! Oh man. I had to fight for that bad boy. All right, we got the yellow. It only took 2 hours. Yep, nice, nice. The fact that it's only 1% is pretty scary. It means like a pixel of anything gets in that, and it's like, well, it's contaminated. So now we need just the other. What was the other one called? This one. It just says spark. And it looks like this color. So we can't mimicium to make more, sadly. Which is this? Which spark is this? I think I'm getting a little better at it at least. Purple, which purple is it? Is it the, let me look on the only one. It's purple bright. Is that's the one that we wanted, right? If you want to do it on the dark sun, that is. That one does work for the dark sun. Let me look to be certain. Yeah, spark purple bright. That's how you manipulate the dark sun. So we'll save that as a bonus shift maybe. So that means I need to go get another flask. I'm gonna put this somewhere. It's probably going to break, being realistic. So don't go getting your hopes too high that this will last forever. I wonder if I just... That thing's gonna break, isn't it? Please hold. I forgot you were colorblind. I just learned you were last stream. I was confused why you were asking chat what color it was. Well, there's also different shades. There's like a purple. So sometimes even, I'd imagine even if you're colorblind or not, like the bright and the dark purple are pretty damn close. At least they seem close to me. Alright, put that there. Go grab an extra flask real quick. Has being colorblind ever had a meaningful effect on your life? Not really. I mean, I imagine there are people with much more extreme forms of color blindness that it would. Mine's pretty much a minor inconvenience. The worst I can remember is in school as a kid, like when teachers would write on there, it's like a whiteboard. And if the teacher used a there's black was the most common color, so I was perfectly fine for them using that. But whenever teachers would use a red marker, you know, to write on it, it would look hazy. Like I couldn't really see what it would just look like. It almost feels like you are looking at it through something like foggy, so you really can't see it well. Never heard of that. Hazy, like blurry around the red. I wouldn't really say it feels like it's kind of like fading into it. Like whenever somebody would write in black, it's really defined. I can see it very clearly. But whenever it's written in like a red or like a pinkish color, it becomes like blending with the board. It's almost like it's camouflaged a little bit. But you can still tell it's there, but it just looked like if somebody was to like smear it a bit maybe. So you can't quite see it as, yeah, it's like, it's faded. I remember when I first was I was probably like in elementary school that I started to notice it. I thought I was gonna need glasses because my brother had glasses, but I didn't tell my mom because I didn't want to get glasses. And it wasn't until I was in like junior high that I realized it's like I can't be glasses though, because like pretty much all the other colors I could see so clearly whenever the teachers, but whenever she switched to red, and so I realized it's because I already knew I was colorblind, but I didn't piece together that was why I was having a hard time with some of the markers on there. And I was like, oh, thank God I don't need glasses. Didn't want to have to put up with glasses. They seemed like a pain in the butt, especially when playing sports and stuff. Chat? Oh, did we get the white one again? What fucking color is this? So here he goes. It's white bright. White bright. There you go. But yeah, when it comes to those color blindness tests and stuff, a lot of the time I've always felt like they weren't 100% true for me. Because it'll be like, the general tests will be pretty accurate, where it's like, if you see this number, you know, your eyes are functioning as they should. If you see this number, you have this form of color blindness. And it's like, oh, so those are usually pretty accurate, but there have been times on like games specifically, it'll say, hey, do you have this form of color blindness? Then by setting it to these settings, you'll see things better. And then whenever you set to the settings, you're still like, I don't know, this doesn't really seem to be helping me very much. And so I don't know if there's just like maybe like subcategories within color blindness that affect it. I don't know. A friend of mine had difficulty seeing red, like types of colors in that spectrum were confusing him. Yeah, same. It's red's my worst.
Can you tell me now where paper comes from?
But my brother's not. You know, his eyes are not the same. We're both colorblind, but we don't have the same form of colorblindness. I think his were like blues or greens. He struggled with more. But for me, it's like red and pink.
Have you tried the Factorio colorblind settings? There is like 3 or 4 difference. Other games just handle one type.
I never really had too many issues with Factorio. That's, you know, I never, no complaints really. I mean, there's a couple things maybe along the way that I'd say like make a little comment on, but it didn't hinder my play. Like I didn't feel like it made the game less fun. But there are games that it is kind of annoying. I don't know why, but in Binding of Isaac, Edmund McMillan fucking loves the color red. He loves it. I don't know, he's jerking it to the color red. You will be in a zone with red enemies, in a red like the whole cave is like, you know, red. The enemy's red, their shots are red, and they're bleeding red on the ground. It's like 4 different layers of the color red, and you're like, what the fuck? Like you can't see, like whenever the shots are going over, it's just like all blending together. You're like, what the fuck is this?
Now he is drawn.
Skill issue. It's annoying. I mean, the Binding of Isaac is 90% blood, so yeah. But it wouldn't be a big deal. The difference is there are some enemies that lead like a kind of like a trail, a red trail that hurts you, and you're in a red zone, and the shots are red, and like you're just like, I don't know what's happening. It's just too much red. Are there colorblind filters to see what it looks like for someone that isn't colorblind? It's pretty. Yeah, there are filters for it. I mean, I don't know how true they are because I only know my own perspective, right? I can't be like, that's exactly. I mean, I've seen filters where it says this is what it looks like if you have this form of colorblindness. I'm like, this looks like a regular picture to me. So then maybe that is correct then. Like, it just looks normal. But then they show, and this is what it should look like to non-colorblind. You're like, that looks identical. They don't look any different. So I assume that must mean it's pretty accurate. But I remember, and I was in junior high, there was a teacher, it was our math teacher, for like this advanced math class. So it was supposed to be like a little more difficult for junior high kids, of course. And there was something going on, and I remember the teacher found out I was colorblind, and then I can't remember what got on the topic of it, but it was explained to me that I don't see color, that I see black and I see gray and perceive it as color. And I was like, I don't think it works like that. Like, I think there is forms of color blindness, but I remember she was like, no, what you think is color is not actually color. And I was like, I don't think so. But, you know, she was a teacher at the time, but now I'm an adult. Like, you didn't know shit. That's not how it works. She was gaslighting you? Yeah, as a little kid, I was a little confused. I was like, thinking like, you know what I mean? It was somebody told you, no, that's not what color actually looks like. Only you think that's what color looks like. And you're like, really? I don't know. It's like, I don't know. It seems like color. It's like, yeah, of course you think that because that's what you see. Nah, I don't know. She was weird. I didn't like her very much. Not because of that. That was unrelated. I just remember that conversation really well. As a kid, you always think like adults know what the hell they're talking about. Then you're like, then as you grow up, you start to realize, some of these guys don't exactly know what they're They're saying. Sparks? Sparks, please? If I drink from this twice and we just have sparks and fumes... Okay, no, that was a bad idea. Whoops. Here's a weird one for you. There's a color, magenta, I think, that's actually not technically visible to any human. It's a brain hallucination. Wait, what? That... Are you guys continuing on what my math teacher started in junior high? Am I being... These lies? Oh, damn it. The spark looked kind of blue, though, for that one moment. I think we're alright. Oh, shit. I just went for a swim. Are you shitting me? Did I get the white one for, like, the 4th time? White bright. Son of a bitch. You know what, chat? If we don't get it in the next 5 minutes, we're going with just the yellow. We're going with just yellow. Well, we'll see. We'll see. We'll give it 5 more minutes. It's just getting too annoying. It's not exactly fun. Chat's getting bored. And then not only that, but at the very end, it'll be like, that was the payoff. Son of a bitch! Are you kidding me right now?
Nope.
What? Wait. That's green? No, not challenge failed. Remember, it said it has to be some form of rainbow. It doesn't be like a perfect rainbow in all forms. Alright. So it is green. Green bright. What's this? This is that dark blue, but I'm trying to think what things are even assigned this color in the game. You have both for the Dark Sun. Do you guys want to do just both of them for the Darks? How's the Dark Sun's visuals for the rainbow, though? I don't know. Because I know the regular sun, at least you can see it. Dark Sun is like... There's already so much going on. I don't know if the rainbow effect will look decent. Shortman says 1 second. We'll give him a moment while we... So we may end up doing the Dark Sun one instead of the regular sun. I hope that's cool with you guys. The Dark Sun is dark.
Do it.
So you're going by DunkOrSlam now, nerd. What are you guys, busting out all the copy pastas? What's up, douchebag? It's Brad from high school. Remember me? Me and the guys used to give you a hard time in school. Sorry you were just an easy target. I can see not much has changed. Remember Stacy, the girl you had a crush on? Yeah, we're married now. I make over $500,000 a year and drive a Mustang GT. I see you're not holding world records in Noita. Wait, hold up now. I guess some things never change, huh, loser? Nice catching up, lol. Listen, I could have world records. You just don't know about them right now. Unsubmitted. You ever think about that? Yeah, you didn't think about that, did you? Dunk laughs at the 500k because he's rolling in those Bezos bucks, which sounds hilarious. I make over 500k. I try to remember what was the comment that somebody made before. It's like, I make over 200,000. I have 3 wives. I can't remember. It was some weird message that people used to post all the time. Here's what the Dark Sun would look like. Thank you. What do you guys think? Rainbow Dark Sun's pretty cool, right? That's agreeable. I dig it. All right. We're doing we're gonna be doing that one then. 20% cooler, you think? I mean, the other one looked pretty neat though too. Let me see if I could find it again.
Sir DunkOrSlam was born on the 16th of April 1913, Texas, USA, to Dennis of Orslam. A relentlessly self-improving
Mr. Bonuso,
factory
don't
owner from
even
Belgium
start with your
low-grade
fucking
narcolepsy.
book-long ChatGPT written bullshit. No, I'll even mute temporarily. Yeah, I was wanting to make this one, but we'll do a Dark Sun. Oh well. Perhaps the sparks will be more generous in the future. Alright, we're done attempting that. This spark is going to be not needed. Alright, let's get everything lined up. Dark Sun rainbow shifting time. I'm going to go ahead and do the first shift and just get it out of the way. Please be intact. Yes. Okay, so then this one, we can sit down, yes, here? Hold on, let's do this for a moment. So this was the original, like what we're going to go with the, oops. Dude, stop landing on your side, please. That was going to be for the regular sun. But, looks like we're going with the dark sun setup. Which is fine with me. You can do all three. We'll do that one last if you know, depending on how everything goes from here. First shift, I can just do whatever, yeah? We need to start getting that timer ticking. It's been too long. We have so many shifts we have to do. We need that timer ticking. And in fact, let me go ahead and set in my options. There is a pause. Where is it? It means like to pause whenever you're clicking off the screen. Pause the game when unfocused. Turn that off for now. That way my game doesn't pause anymore whenever I click chat. To make sure that our timer keeps going. Because normally if we pause the game, timer pauses with it. This is bad. Remember, shift number 1 is this stuff into lava. So that should be fine to just let it ride. I believe. Actually, hold up. Let me just glance real fast. This stuff into lava. Fungal, flammable, poison, fungal. Flammable, poison, fungal. Okay, we don't see it anywhere on the right side, so yeah, just let it ride. Turn them into sparks. We could. But we'll have a backup lava by doing it this way. I kind of want to do that. Alright, just let it ride. Even though it only does it temporarily, then when we get the original shifted away, it's not going to really matter, is it? Oh, fuck, come on. There it goes. Lava. Alright, so we made all this extra lava in our world. 5-minute timer starts going right now, because you can only do shifts every 5 minutes. And while this 5 minutes is going on, what I'm going to do in this time period is I'm going to find a pouch, which I know where one is. I'm pretty sure I know where one is. Thank you, Oxygen. Get him, Oxygen. Tell him, hit him with the truth. He said, actually, he never mentioned which sun. He just said rainbow sun. It's the truth. I mean, like I said, we may even still do the other sun, just the basic effect on it, depending on how I'm feeling by the time we get there. Okay, so an example earlier when you guys were seeing those colors or those spark shifts that I was catching in flasks, this purple right here is one of them. So in fact, it may be one of these too. I don't know if no, I think it's a different purple. But this purple is one of the spark colors, and if you shift it away, let's say that you shifted the purple spark into the color of ambrosia, you know, that kind of bright orange, then these portals would all turn bright orange. That's the fun of spark shifting, but it's purely visuals. It isn't anything like outside of that, you know. There's the pouch I was looking for. I knew it was in here somewhere. And the reason you want to find this pouch is you got to remember that all I have to do is drop this fungus from high up. And I can create fungus wherever I need it. Ding-ling.
Imagine if shifting sparks actually changed the way they interact and you shift the portal sparks to poly.
Dude, that would be crazy. I would love it though if they had that kind of stuff going on. I mean, it would probably leave like a lot more room for creativity. So our next shift that we're going to be doing in a couple minutes is going to be lava turning into held material. The held material, I believe, is supposed to be the rainbow liquid. So I need to get a flask of rainbow liquid right now. So the sparks won't heal you if you shift them into healthium. No, well, it depends on the thing we're talking about. Mostly no, though. Because usually what it is it's not actually a material that exists there. It's just the color of the material. It itself doesn't normally exist. If the portals were made into that healthium, they would just get the visual green. But there are situations where a physical material exists, and if you swap it with another one, yes, you will get it. So for example, we were just looking at a mist, right? And this is a physical material. So if I jump into that with my flask like this, and I scoop up some of that toxic mist, and I was to shift this toxic mist into healthium, then whenever I cast this, it would be pouring healthium out of it. Like this, all this material would be healthium, and it would be pouring out tons of healthium too. So there's circumstances where you get visuals, which sparks are almost always just visuals, and then there's circumstances like this that may seem like it could be a visual, but because it interacts with the player, it is like a physical. Well, I have toxic sludge immunity, so you can't really see it, but yeah, in that case, you would actually get the interaction you're looking for. Fungus time? Okay, yes. Okay, so what I was going to do is swap out this for this. So we scooped up some of the rainbow liquid, and then from there, we're about to be doing a fungal shift. The reason we put off doing this shift the whole time is because, actually, I'm going to do this shift over here. Because we're about to be losing lava in our world. And you saw that lava was a big part of how I was creating these sparks. So this whole lava lake is about to turn into the rainbow lake. So I'm going to bring out my thing here. So this is after, you know, you got to eat over 180 seconds worth of tripping. And just like that, the whole lava lake transforms. And because the rainbow liquid has like that weird lifespan that it does, because rainbow liquid, yes, you can make a lot of it, but it has a very short lifespan. So even though you'll create a ton of it, after you're chilling for a moment, you'll see it kind of starts to just delete itself. It just vanishes. That's shift number 2. So on the Noita website, we've done one shift: flammable gas, poison gas, fungal gas, toxic gas turned into lava. On the second shift, it was going to be lava into sema, but we interrupted it. Instead of being lava into sema, we held a flask of a material. The held material was a rainbow liquid. So now lava is rainbow liquid. Shift number 3 is going to be, no matter what we do, we can't affect it. So there's no, holding a flask doesn't do anything. It's going to be fungus blood, weird fungus, fungal soil into worm blood, no matter what. Holding a flask does not impact it at all. And then shift number 4, we're going to need to do something with that one. One of our material things. Please add this emote. It's relevant. While it is slightly relevant, I can't add emotes because then you guys will get too excited and I'll have to look at links of emotes for the next 7 years. What does that gold to silver mean in the shift? What it means is like, they call it a greed shift. So some people try to get greedy and hold a flask or a pouch, and pouch is more normal, pouch of gold to shift and make the world have more gold. So lava would turn into gold, or a player would try to turn lava into gold, but because it's greedy, instead lava will turn into silver. You do not get the shift that you want.
Please add this emote even more relevant.
No, I told you guys. Look what you did. God damn it, no. If it's Larander's link, I already know what the link is, Larander. I already know. In case you're curious, you're like, okay, well, gold turns into silver. Why is it done like that? Basically, there is I think it's like a 0.1% chance on a seed with the shift that you're doing that instead of getting a greed result, you'll actually get the original material. So lava, try to fungal shift it into gold, you could actually get gold to be the shift, but it's set on the seed. It's set by the seed number. So the Noita website will actually tell you if the gold shift it will say gold to gold. I think it literally lets you know that, oh shit, this is a rare situation where truly you can actually do a fungal shift with gold. Make mystery fungus. Oh, thank you, dude. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Very helpful. Indoor cat carrying my ass. Shit. Let me think. We don't need the rainbow liquid anymore. If you're curious why Indoor Cat is telling me, he's like giving me a heads up saying, hey, you need to make mystery fungus, is because the shift that's coming up, this shift, so we did 2 shifts. The 3rd shift is going to be fungus blood, weird fungus, and fungal soil. So this whole group, if you're curious why it lists multiple things, it's like they're a family. The only thing that you need to know is if you see a group, this is a family. If you see held material, it's like they should kind of separate it. It's like an either or kind of situation. It's you'll either get this family shifts into ominous liquid or the held material into ominous liquid. By putting some separation there, it'd probably make it a more clear indicator for people. Same goes for these results on this side. You'll get the held, you can do lava into held material, and if you hold gold or divine ground, instead you get these results. Or if you don't hold anything, you get SEMA. It's an either or situation. I mean, it's just a you don't get both. Let's put it that way. I'm scooping up some toxic sludge. So since we know that our weird fungus, which is weird fungus is the material that we've been using. See this right here? It's called weird fungus. This is this material right here that's about to turn into worm blood. And since we know that we're about to lose this material, we can make a backup fungus. There's a couple different backup fungus that you can make, but since lava's already shifted away, that we lost access to one of the backup funguses. Wait, why am I going all the way over here? We could just... so we need to put some fungus here. And then we put down a little bit of toxic sludge on top of it. So, toxic sludge, not the fungus itself. You need the blood from the fungus. Meaning like you need to make this fungus bleed. So what you do is you just chainsaw it. And whenever this fungus bleeds into the toxic sludge and the sand, it ends up making a new kind of fungus called mystery fungus, which is what you're seeing right there. So I need to empty out my pouch. Has it been 5 minutes yet? Yes. Consume. Okay. So I scoop up a little bit of the mystery fungus. Mystery fungus, same idea as the other fungus. You just drop it from high up. The higher up you drop, the more fungus you get. And there you go. Very clearly, you can get your hands on tons of fungus. Shift number 3. Remember I said no matter what we did, the shift, the fate has already decided this one can't change. So you're going to see this fungus just disappear. There you go. See, it disappeared. So that was shift number 3, which was fungus, blood, weird fungus, fungal soil into worm blood. The next one is shift number 4. Now, this is an important one. It's fungus blood, all that kind of crap, and ominous. But instead of going with this family of stuff, we're going to do a held material. We're going to hold one of our sparks.
Oh, I really wish you guys
our
could see
spark
this guy
material.
right now.
Actually, wait. Is that not? That's not right. Am I saying that right? Yes, that is correct. We're going to turn one of our spark materials into ominous liquid. And then later on, this ominous liquid, when you look down here, it's going to see ominous liquid right here, turns into lava. But our lava is already rainbow liquid. So it's like this whole chain of shifts. It gets crazy. But the result should hopefully be a very rainbow-looking world. Or at least rainbow-looking dark sun. So yeah, this is about to be our first shift with one of our sparks. So what's a little bit scary is you try to make sure, luckily this is the majority of the flask, 55% is spark, so it should be fine, but I got to make sure that nothing contaminates this. I could fill it with mimicium, because it seems that mimicium doesn't have any reaction to it. Oh wait, Letaali said that will create a broken chain. That spark will not update away from ominous. Oh shit, so we won't get to see the visuals that we're wanting? So then we got to discuss which is the majority material that the dark sun. Ominous liquid itself will become rainbow, but not the spark, which is what we would want. No, the spark will still look like ominous is what you mean, right? You said, but the spark will still look like rainbow, still look like ominous. Okay, yeah. Why? Because it's a shift of a... It's like... At a certain point, when you're shifting materials, you are shifting materials into other materials that were already shifted, and it starts to kind of lose elements of it. It starts to look one way, but act another way. You can literally have something that looks like water, but when you touch it, acts like polymorphine. That's because there's so many fungal shifts have taken place that materials have started assigning visuals for one thing, but the touch effect of another material. They're referred to as broken shifts. You can do some really cool stuff with it. You can do fungal group to rainbow. Let me see. You can do fungal group to rainbow. Then spark to weird fungus. Okay, so we still can get to... Good idea. So shift number 4 doesn't really serve much of a purpose for us, does it? Fungus, weird.
Show me your void liquid.
Number 4, we can just shift whatever. The shift should be 6... 12 and 13 are the ones that I'm having to do now. Hopefully nothing else interacts with it and messes it up. And I gotta fix 11. 11 is a lava to steam. So we have to do lava and we have to hold rainbow liquid to make sure it doesn't mess it up. Oh, it's ready to shift. Nobody even said anything. We're ready to go. Did somebody say something I didn't notice, maybe? This is going to be a throwaway shift. Shift number 4. We all did. You didn't. Don't you lie to me, Teal. Don't you dare. It did become a bootleg Deathium. It did. Alright, that's shift number 4. Hold on, let me try something real fast. Actually, no, we can just move that for a moment. If you're curious what I'm doing, whenever you're doing fungal shifts, your character throws up. So I'm trying to create a spot that I can be throwing up and not have any of the throw up go in my potion. So what'll happen is whenever my character's throwing up, I keep my head in the flask in the ceiling, and the throw up will just go through to the roof up here, not into my flask. This is shift number 5 that we're going into, and shift number 5 was sand into SEMA or held material into SEMA. So it's another one that doesn't matter. But I will show you an example of like the fungal like throwing up. So damn, is it all the way down here? So right now, let's say I'm gonna let's pretend that I was doing I actually don't want to hold the flask because then it create some problems. So watch our character, we'll be throwing up.
It would be cool if you did that seed with the poly poison again and those shifts.
Yeah, I would like to revisit.
An all boss 33 orb run with those conditions.
Now that would be a little spicy. That would be a little crazy. So what I was trying to show is that your character, while this fungal shift is going down, your character's throwing up. So the goal will be to make sure to not get any throw up in the flask.
Sand and nuts does not sound pleasant at all.
Oh, it's nice and comfy, don't worry. So we got to make sure that that stuff does not contaminate the flask. The next shift, if I remember, it was shift number 6, and it's fungus blood, weird fungus, fungal soil into which currently is ominous liquid, but instead we're going to make it into rainbow liquid, I think is what it was. Let me look. And then rainbow liquid will be here, and we hold the spark there. Yes. Yeah, and the indoor cat even verified it is rainbow. So this 6th shift, we're going to be doing the same family again, which turned into ominous liquid. Instead, we're going to override it. That's not going to be relevant at all. Instead, it's going to be this family into held material. Held material is going to be the rainbow liquid. So that'll be another reason to scoop up some rainbow liquid right now. Usually if you're doing shifts with some material you can easily get a lot of, make sure to fill your flask up to 100%. Don't risk anything contaminating it. You don't want it messing with the shift in some way. I mean, whatever is the dominant material, whatever has the majority amount of the flask, that becomes what is fungal shifted if the held material matters. But sometimes there can be reactions in the flask. So you don't want to risk a scenario of like a pixel of, for example, if a pixel of lava was to get in this spark potion, I think it'd be a pixel of lava, it would all start to turn into fumes and bullshit like that. Like there'd be all these interactions, and we try to do a fungal shift and we would just get a totally different result than what we were looking for. So if you can, fill your flask up to the max so that you don't have anything contaminating it. Is spark a powder or something else entirely? I don't know what exactly it's considered. It's not a liquid because I couldn't get mimicium to copy it. If I had to guess, maybe it's a gas. No, I was pouring it out earlier and it was, well, they always kind of have a liquid look to them when you first pour them. Liquid, powder, solid, gas, fire. Oh, it's fire. All sparks are considered fire. Okay. Spark is spark. Yeah, let me... Rainbow. There we go. Shift number... That was shift number 6. Okay. In fact, I'm going to head down to the Dark Sun right now, just because while we're doing the shifts, at least we can see the Dark Sun like kind of shift in visuals as well. So we've done up to this one. The next one is going to be toxic sludge, poison, ominous liquid into lava. Let me head down to hell real quick. Bottom right will take us to hell. We're in hell now. Basilisk says I just shifted chaotic poly to ambrosia. Oh yeah, nice. Solid shift. Hey, look, there's some in Tychosova if we get bored and want to goof around with some stuff. So currently, here is how the Dark Sun looks. Kind of get a good look at the edge of it. Can't get too close. It's a little spicy. You don't want to get too frisky. But it's giving off this kind of... You see this blue that it's kind of shooting off? Well, that blue is assigned to the Dark Sun from the spark materials, which is one of the blue sparks that we have up here. And then there's 2 colors. I think there's like one of the colors is like the dark purple. The other one is the dark blue. Some shit like that. And we're gonna shift both of them because we have both types. These are 2 different sparks. And so once we turn both of them, this Dark Sun, instead of giving off this kind of blue purplish aura, it will give off a rainbow one. That is our goal. It's already fungus time? Thank you. In fact, let me go over into the wall. Again, we're on shift number... which one was it? 7, right? Shift number 7. Which we don't need to hold any material, we just need to eat the fungus. Rainbow. So now, you'll see that all this should be lava over here, but it's gone because all the lava is, well, actually, wait. Yeah, all the lava is still rainbow, right? Yeah, that stuff turned into that. Toxic sludge, poison, ominous liquid is rainbow. If we go over, did somebody say to let the hell enemies burp whatever at you? Let's see there. Yeah, it looks like it's lava in the projectile, but whenever it bursts, that's whenever it gives off the actual lava material. At first, though, it is a projectile that just has a set graphic, but the resulting material is the rainbow liquid. Let's see if there's any difference currently in the dark sun. I think it should be below it. There should be some... you got that, and then below it, doesn't it give off some... Oh, okay, I guess it already eats away at it, but all that should have turned into rainbow liquid. Let's not get too close. A little spicy. That frame of panic when the sun... But yeah, it's scary, man. Fucking scary. See, this guy is supposed to bleed lava.
Legalize nuclear bombs.
But he's bleeding rainbow. Next one, water, brine, chili water.
You guys can see this guy right now.
This one we just let it go as well. New show, Omega Black Hole. I wonder if the... Wait, did the visuals on this change too? Actually could be little, like a little baby dark sun with the rainbow effect. Pretty cool, right? Black Hole Giga has it. Sweet. So we'll get to try that out too. Alright, it's time. Dish time. So also another shift that I don't have to do anything for. Here we go. How'd you get the bottle of Spark? It was a huge pain in the ass. It's when you mix whiskey and lava in a flask, it can make sparks, and you have to capture them in it. Like you have to... It's a whole thing. Literally, I did it for like 2 hours plus today, just trying to get the colors that we wanted. And even then, we didn't get the exact colors we wanted. It's like an RNG fest. You're just rolling the dice over and over and over. And even when you roll it correctly, it's hard to actually capture it perfectly in that moment. But we have the dark sun colors, so hopefully we'll get a pretty cool looking dark sun. The next shift is going to be... Actually, let's look. We've done a total of 8 shifts. We got 211 seconds to the next, so we're going to be moving on to this one. The ones that we're looking forward to, number 11, we have to hold the rainbow liquid to make sure that we don't lose it. Should stay. And then number 12, that's the one of the spark shifts that we hold, right? Yes, so this is going to be one spark, and then this is the other. 12 and 13 are like, they're back-to-back visual changes. These two shifts, the first shift should change some visuals on the dark sun, and then number 13 should change the other visuals on the dark sun. We get the most rainbow dark sun possible. Alright, so I got to make sure to not throw up in my flask right now. Here we go. Oh, wait, this one... Wait, hold on. Which one is this one? This one is... shift number 11, right? Shift number 11. 11 is... here, lava into held material. Hold the polymorphine. Yes. Hold the poly. It's okay if we throw up. Not the poly. I say poly. It's pink. In my head, I see pink. I'm like, polymorphine. Hold the rainbow liquid. Definitely not polymorphine. Like, oh god, it's poly everywhere. Help. Help. Okay, so the next two shifts should change the dark sun. I don't know if it'll be drastic, but you should notice a difference. Let me give you a glimpse of what it looks like right now.
The crazy thing is that if you have a fiber connection and you aren't on at least a GB connection, then your provider is paying to put systems in place to slow your connection down.
Alright. Lava into... I already did that one. Shift number 12. Held material into lava. So we're going to hold one of our flasks, preferably this one, and we need to be in a position that we can hide in the wall so we don't throw up in our flask. So what I'm going to do, pour some fungus over here. Okay, so we're going to eat this. Got to eat over 180 seconds worth. And then we need to hide up in the ceiling as much as we can. It's not a big deal if a little bit gets in the flask, but when our character throws up, if we put our head in the ceiling, there we go. If we put our head in the ceiling, when our character throws up, most of the time, instead of the throw up going in the flask, it will go through the ceiling. And there we go. We got, so it turned into rainbow. First spark has turned into rainbow. So if we head over to the dark sun, it should look slightly different now. Maybe so. Maybe. Oh, shit. All right. Good to see a little bit of color changes. In fact, I don't know if this will be the main change. I don't know if we'll see much else besides this, but we are getting a color look of this now. Pretty cool looking. I dig it. Not bad, not bad. Yeah, something. Black hole, thank you for the reminder. You gotta shoot the black hole to see what that looks like. It was timer. Omega black hole. Ooh.
Now make it straight again.
Make it straight again. No son of mine's gonna be rainbow. I refuse. It looks pretty badass, actually.
I love my gay son.
I love him. Dude, that thing looked pretty awesome, right? That one actually looked cooler, than the regular sun. I was really impressed with that one. So we still got one more shift. That's gonna shift the other spark. I don't really know what to expect. We may have seen the main change. I don't know if we won't even notice a difference on the second one. We'll see in a moment. Here we go. Next shift. Come on, don't barf in the flask, please. There we go. Another spark, or another rainbow. But time to see. This is what we've been doing this whole damn run today. Getting the rainbow dark sun. We just wanted to be a rainbow sun. It could be sun or dark sun. We just want to make them rainbow. And it took me forever to get those damn sparks. And just think, you could do this with a mod in like 30 seconds. Oh, shit. All right. That was pretty cool. That's pretty cool. It definitely did make it more colorful. It was like there was 2 layers to the sparks, I guess. That one is pretty damn colorful. Okay. Holy shit. Started to pull me into my death. That's pretty badass. I like it. Now Omega Black Hole, you got it. Let's check it out. Holy crap. Look at that thing. It looks so cool. Damn, it keeps trying to pull me in. It's like, stop that. Yeah, I do want to zoom out more on the whole sun. What I was thinking is maybe we just dive into the center of it. Maybe. Build some kind of heal wand setup to do that. Alright, so this whole run, we've been just trying to make this rainbow theme to it, and it was a grind to just get that. So I'm proud of how it turned out. I think it looks really cool. That rock just like bashed me in the head. Pretty badass. Yeah, there is a mod that lets you zoom out. This is true. What is this? Yeah, this mod, we have used this mod before. This one's really cool. Ray-traced black holes. Visually it looks amazing. But, yeah, I don't know if I've never done a full run based around it. Use it now? I may have it.
Do it.
Do I have it on this thing? Is it just called ray-traced black holes? Yeah, the ray-traced black holes. don't know if that was the result you guys were looking for. So good just said yo. I can't even see the fucking rainbow effect anymore. What the fuck? Ray-traced but not gay. Yeah. It's fucking hard to tell what the hell's going on. Closer. Oh shit, it threw another one.
Realistic particle mod.
Hold on, we just not time to mod it up. You guys have been grinding for 8 hours. Ugh. It did pop a U-turn. Like a second one caught it and it just flung it back into me. Maybe shoot a ray-traced black hole at the dark sun, which is still rainbow, while it's still rainbow. Oh shit! Tried to throw the whole dark sun at me. Add thick Mina mod? Alright, I think you guys are getting distracted. Alright, here's my plan.
I really wish you guys could see this guy right now. He is drenched in sweat.
Go for a ride, chat. This ride's about to be gayer than you ever imagined. You heard me correct. Is it everything you hoped and dreamed?
Wow.
It actually shoves the dark sun a lot. There's a bit too much red from all the danger. Can't die. Yeah, I wasn't trying to die because I haven't won the run yet, but I was trying to keep myself alive so that I could show you guys what it looks like from the inside of the dark sun. So you could see the rainbow clearly. I don't know about how clear that is, but trying to be clearly. There it is though, the rainbow dark sun. Yeah, Deadly Heal does percentage-based healing. That's why it's so good. That's its strength. Healing plus cessation so the screen does not jump all over. Oh shit, it's actually a really good suggestion. I'm afraid that like whenever I spawn back in that it's gonna like just insta me in the middle of the sun. I've never cessationed in the center of the sun. Pretty cool. We're gonna use this method to dig our way out of hell. It's our way to freedom. God damn it, go up. Go up. It's not going up. It refuses to go up. The hell, man. Just trying to... I could just black hole my way out of here, but where's the fun in that? Hey, we made it out. Fun fact about Kolmi, he hates rainbows. Interpret that as you would like. Cancel Kolmi. Especially in June. Kolmi's where it's not mine. Did that black hole just hump Kolmi? Yeah, I mean, that's how you assert your dominance. Kolmi's a bigot. Fuck you, Kolmi, you piece of shit. Don't ask Kolmi's opinions on the Jews. Oh god. Kolmi's canceled. He's been canceled. Never see him again. How are you summoning it? Summoning what? The Omega Black Hole? It's literally just Alpha, cast a copy of Omega Black Hole. I cast it. And the reason it has the rainbow effect is because we literally spent the last 7 hours doing fungal shifts just to give it a cool effect. Because it doesn't give it any benefit, it doesn't make it stronger, it doesn't do anything. But it's June, damn it, and we wanted some goddamn rainbows on our fucking Omega Black Holes, and so we got them. Actually, we mainly did it for the purpose of the Dark Sun, but I think the Omega Black Holes look even cooler. It was a journey. But like all great journeys, chat, it's gotta come to an end. I'm sorry. That's gay? That, yeah. I'll vouch that. I'll vouch that one. Give us a wisp? Okay, we are not... I am not building a black hole or a dark sun... no, Omega black hole wisp. It's not the worst thing ever. We've done it before, but it does take a little bit. You just kill yourself with it? Sure, sure. So, killing ourselves with it will be pretty easy. The reason I held off doing this, locking in this wind, is because now that we've done that, our beautiful Omega Black Hole is not so beautiful now. I mean, it's still cool looking, but it's not nothing special, right? We're going to take our heals, and we're going to remove it from our teleport wand. That way, while we're teleporting... Okay, get back here. Get back here. While we're teleporting, it's no longer healing us. Dude, why is that thing traveling so fast? Okay, that's... Screw it. We're going down to the Dark Sun. Yep. Wait. Oh, I was gonna say, where's the Dark Sun? Kind of a cool looking ending. GG, the Rainbow Run is complete. I was once hiking on a mountain with a wise old man, and we had been climbing for hours. Eventually we sat down, and I felt after I said I felt tired and asked him where we were on the mountain, he replied, DunkOrSlam. After that, I was surprised to hear a mountain could have bald spots. Wait, what? Alright, something is wrong with that pasta right there. What the fuck was that? What? Congrats on coming out of the closet. Hey, it's the Rainbow Run. We were all rainbow. We were all gay on this day. In June 21st, actually. Jimmy has something very important to tell you guys. Hey chat, I can't watch today's stream because I'm meeting a boy, a real one, in half an hour. I don't expect you to understand, Please don't DM me asking me where I am. I'm with the boy. You'll most likely get ignored because I'm with the boy. Again, I don't expect you to understand. He's actually really interested in me, and the feelings are mutual. I don't expect you to understand. Hope you enjoy watching the stream. I can't watch because I'm with the boy. I don't expect you to understand. Thank you, Jimmy. Thank you. I'll make sure that the community knows. I'll make sure they're well aware that you're with the boy. Bobo says, I don't understand. Exactly. Exactly what Jimmy was saying. All right, where are we? Where are we? Thank you guys for hanging out today. We just goofed around. The fungal shift rainbow stuff was just a fun journey to go on, a fun adventure. That's kind of what Noita, you know, for me at this point is just coming up with goofy late game adventures that are like, I don't know, just fun to do and see where it takes us. And the rainbows did look pretty cool. If you watch today's VODs, there's like a 2.5 hour time period that I just sat there and tried to capture the certain spark materials and flasks. That was a pain. If you watch that VOD, if you're a VOD watcher and you go back to that, I mean, likely if you're at this point, you probably already watched it and it probably already tortured you, but you probably want to skip that part. It's rough. Maybe you're interested how I gathered the spark materials. You can go back in the VOD. I mean, it's hard to miss it. Like I said, there's like a 2.5 hour window where I'm literally doing the same thing over and over. It's like a rolling of the dice. It's just an RNG moment, and each time I'm just trying to get lucky and get the right material. And eventually we got the materials for the Dark Sun, so I said, screw it, we'll do that one.
PSA: Futa equals not gauge. Femboys equals gauge.
Noted. That'll be on the final, by the way. Write that down.
I won!
Do do do. If you had shifted gold to rainbows before locking in the wind, would it have made the entire world rainbow material? No, you still get the it's just like the gold dust, like the solid. There's, you know, classic Noita. There's like a billion different ways like one material exists. You know what I mean? Like there's sand, but is it sand 1, sand 2, sand 3? And they all look pretty much the same. Gold can be that way. There's the gold dust, but then there's the solid gold material as well is another thing. So it can get a little confusing. The solid gold though would almost guaranteed be still solid gold, but then the gold dust would be changed to rainbows. You guys can see this guy right now. The sun sparks were also gold. I'm pretty certain. I should have ran down there just to be 100%. Oh no, they were, because the black hole that I was shooting, every time I was changing the sun's like rainbow colors around there's purple and blue, I changed them over to rainbow. It also changed the omega black hole, which is why I was firing it off at the end. You could see it was back to gold, so it just converts back. We save some material to not turn it into gold. The way you make sure a material doesn't turn to gold is you take gold dust and you turn that gold dust into something else. So for example, if gold dust was to change into, I don't know, blood. Well, when the world goes to convert to gold at the end, the spots that are supposed to turn into gold dust will actually turn into blood. So that it would literally be the game would end and you would see this blood everywhere, except for when there's solid gold, in which case that would still stay gold. It's a little confusing. We'll probably do a run on that soon. It's not that exciting. At the end, you'll just be like, oh, I get it now. But just explaining it verbally may be a little bit weird. It's because the way Noita categorizes everything, it's like you can have one material that looks like it's one material. For example, blood. We were just talking about it. Did you know there's like 5 different forms of blood? And I'm not talking about like oil blood, regular blood. I'm talking about the red blood that the player bleeds.
Oh, I really wish you guys could
there
see this
are
guy right now. He is drenched in sweat.
There's regular blood, there's blood fading, there's mist blood. There's another blood I'm missing there. But the point is, they all look like just like a red blood. No, not the slime blood, gas blood, not all that. I'm talking about the literal red blood. Sometimes you don't realize that there's like different forms of just the red one. no, not A, B, like A positive. Not talking about blood types. Okay, god damn it. I don't know if there's spoiled blood. If there is, it's in the meat realm. If there is.
There's like 8 different types of sand, 4 different types of fungus, and 2 types of savon.
Gaga, look at this guy over here. If you let blood there for too long, it goes darker. You mean something like that? I mean, yes, that could be the case, but I'm talking about literally Noita, when they created materials, they didn't just make one of some materials. So whenever you fungal shift sand into, I don't know, ambrosia, you'll still find tons of sand in the game and say, wait, what? But sand shifted away. Why is sand, all sand should be ambrosia? It's like, no, you shifted one category of sand. That's what I'm explaining with blood. You could shift blood away and still find blood in your world because it's a different category of blood. Chat, thank you for the awesome day. Again, we were jumping around topics there towards the end. If you're curious why I was yapping so much, I was honestly trying to fill time. Because anytime that you don't pre-prepare your fungal shifts, which I couldn't because of the rainbow setup. You guys, I already yapped on this. Basically, it was like where I beat the run, but the final 50 minutes plus was me just waiting on fungal shifts. We already had everything else in place. So it was a little bit frustrating. So we just were yapping about stuff, trying to fill the time. So if you're interested in, we're talking about the posting YouTube videos and just content creation. If you actually want to talk about that in more detail, just ask me next time I'm streaming. Ask whatever. You know, you guys know me. I'm usually an open book with that kind of stuff. If you want to know anything else on it, feel free to ask. It's just since I was juggling the shifts at the same time, sometimes I would jump from one topic to the other and forget what the hell I was talking about before. Yeah, the typical run and just waiting and yapping. True. It was a filler episode today. Okay, yes, we did have a bit of a filler episode today, but at least we got the rainbows. That's what matters. We made it to the rainbows. We're getting close to 9 hours now, and I'm pretty hungry. Noita Together is not gone. There will be Noita at some point in the future. The server is up. The server for Noita Together is up 24/7. Anybody can use it at any time they would like. I just haven't been playing it on stream because of issues where we play with 120 players, instability, all that kind of stuff. I'll see you guys in about 14 hours or so. Factory, I'm still planning a Factorio community day. I gotta look into how to host the server again. I've hosted one before. It was actually pretty easy to set up thanks to a YouTube tutorial, but I don't know with the DLC how it's gonna work, so I gotta look into that. Hey, Mary Ellen's always hitting us with raids and love. You know what? Damn.
My gun happy.
They've been going for almost 12 hours. Well, shit. I'm going to hit them with the raid. I don't know how much longer they're going to be going, but they're playing Noita. It says definitely not dying in the mines, and they're in the mines. So, actually, wait, no, they're in the coal pits. Let's hit them with the raid. Show Mary Ellen cats some love. They raid us all the time, so it's about time I return the goddamn favor. What is this emote? What kind of a degenerate emote you guys posting? Don't behave yourselves. You get an average of 1 win per 3.6 hours of playing.
Before
Nice.
you go, I have a question. What kind of head wax are you using to make your head so shiny?
You think you're hilarious, don't you? So hilarious. I'll remember that. Just know that group out there writing these, like, you know, weak ass messages like Kuba, you will also be included in the list. Like when you go to log in to Dunkbot 2.0 and a message pops up and it says restricted access, and then it says error code, you're a bitch. That error code is important. I'm gonna need you to give me that error code so that I can understand, like, oh, you're on the bitch list. That's the list that they have to write a handwritten apology to get access to it. That's a warning. That's a warning. You don't. I get on the list. Woohoo! Wait, why? No, don't celebrate this. Error code, you a bitch, sir. Exactly. Exactly. You don't want to be on that list. You don't want to be on it. Chat, had a fantastic day hanging out with you guys, goofing around, all that good stuff. Seraph's looking beautiful. Look at that. He's glorious. He's glorious with his fucking wings and everything. Seraph's, thank you for the 17-monther. Appreciate you hanging out. Can I be on this pretty, please? No, you don't want to be on the list. That's a bad list. Will there be exclusive cosmetics for people on the list? No. They get nothing. If anything, I'm considering we string them up like a piñata and beat the shit out of them, and then their cosmetics fall out, and then the true community members grab it up. Maybe. I'll see you guys in about 14 to 15 hours. More Noita, more sweatiness. Deuces, chat.